So, speaking of that, go ahead and give us our intro, Leroy.
Fuck off.
That's the intro.
Yes, that's the intro. I love that intro. Fuck off.
Alright, well,
Hey,
good
if you're
enough.
watching this, just go ahead and
That was our one
Listen.
F-bomb for the episode. Keep it PG-13. That's right there. to
Listen,
start.
there you go. Everyone gets one.
Well,
Yeah, no, you get one for the entire thing.
alright, well, that's our
well,
intro,
this
so...
was monetized. It's not anymore.
Hello,
Like,
everybody.
That's demonetization as possible.
We are currently down one, but he should hopefully be here soon. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, where you guys last left off. You guys was dealing with an issue that Clarence had way back when you guys went to the Golden Summit after bringing the shield from that island, where he opened up this urn to, as it was heavily like wrapped, if you will, and when he opened it, you know, this cloud of like spectral dust, or not spectral dust, but just dust,
ashes.
just kind of went all over him. While he saw something else, you guys didn't. And then over the course, he slowly had to deal with this and brought you guys and showed you guys this other entity that happens to now share the same body as him. You guys going to believe it was called Tall Oaks. I am going to double check.
Correct.
Thank you. So you guys went to Tall Oaks after making a deal with this entity who kind of had possession of Clarence for the past couple of days. I think it was just like 2 days. And kind of got to know a little bit more about this entity's situation that it had to go through. But you guys arrived to the town and tried to figure out what needs to be done until the entity seemed it had enough of what it saw, and started to make all the clouds in the area almost like just a darkish gray, as it looks like it was going to just rip the town in half. But besides Aeth, with some good talks of trying to get this entity to understand what happened sucked, but there is something better. You guys were able to convince the entity to not be hateful anymore, and you created a memorial, Lynn's memory, in the town. After that, you guys decided to go meet up with Niall, who is at Eastbourne at this current moment. And I believe you guys went out for a good bit and camped before flying.
I think we just went out and then we flew for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also met up with that fucking, the filmwork's name again, Luro?
Yes.
Laurel.
As he showed himself again towards the end of the situation that happened at Tall Oaks.
And then he got disintegrated.
You did?
No.
No.
I just broke my lamp.
Well, if you quit
Good job.
playing with it. So,
Alright.
You shouldn't play with your lamp.
what do you guys... I assume, again, we're taking a long rest, so was there anything that anybody was doing, I guess, speaking to you two at the moment, during the night? Anything particular? Anything you want to talk, go over?
Let's see. Where the fuck are we again on the map?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Over here.
there. Yeah, there. Yeah. Nah, not today. Today is drawing night.
It's definitely hard for you, and you won't get much out as just too much overcast. Too many clouds.
No, I'm just drawing, like as in like, I have night vision, so I can just draw my thing without.
Well,
just
I
prompt
mean,
the colors.
no, that's fine. I'm just talking about in terms of like trying to see the stars
No,
and
no,
stuff
no. I'm
like
just
that.
drawing other. Like she also draws what happens during the day sometimes.
Okay.
Just no colors because colors can't be done at night. Unless I put out my little fox. I wish I would. Why the fuck not, right?
Good.
Then I can do colors.
So, if nothing else, then we will progress to the next day, as it's still just heavy clouds in the sky. Definitely going back and forth with white, gray. Nothing that seems to be so worried about if it terms of storms or anything like that.
Could I? Does this forecast remind me of the earlier before the when the dragon's name that hit attacked the ship when we were in Christmore? I can't think of his name right
I mean,
now. The yellow dragon. Is it vaguely similar to that, or am I just overthinking it?
I'm gonna play it as you're overthinking it, as with normal weather patterns. It's hard to, especially with a one-time seeing, it's hard to associate any sort of weather to,
Pattern.
yeah, a weather pattern to the creature.
Okay.
I'm on even again.
So
15 to
we
17
we moved
What
to
I
the,
missed.
I just
Nothing.
went over.
We just slept.
Yeah. So we're at day 46. And I assume you guys fly for the.
Yeah.
How can you go?
How
Did we
many
sleep in
times?
the town?
No, we slept outside. We made our way a bit already, so we would be at Eastbourne earlier.
I know you can
And I would
do
also save a spell
about
slot.
55-ish for 3 hours. So that what you did was like,
Yeah, we'll be there after like 3 hours, and then maybe walking for like an hour or something.
okay, easy enough as the day goes on. Middays. Okay. So you guys, are you just walking straight into town? How is AF
Oh.
going about this?
Yeah, I'm walking right into town.
We own this town. Boom.
Sure, I wish.
No, not really. We don't really own it, but you pretend like you own it.
Did I
Oh.
message Niall and let him know we made it, or should we just
We can
look
just
good
go.
around
I think we
idea.
for
could
him?
just. I think we can just go find him. He probably stays at the
Maybe
inn. or something.
message him at least. So let him know we're here.
I mean, he knows we were literally like in the town next door.
What if you just like
Yeah.
point around and see if you can like hit him with your earring?
Or we could just go to the inn and probably where he will stay.
Go to the inn. Let's just go to the inn.
We're overcomplicating things and using magic to solve a problem that shouldn't be a problem.
That is true. We are.
And I mean, he stands pretty much out. So if you go to the inn and ask about him, they'll probably be like, "Hey, that's that weird guy, right?"
So,
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty weird too, actually.
let me.
You're the weird guy. We're
No, I just
perfectly
hate it.
normal, the rest of us.
Just hate it here.
Yeah, that's what I said. You're the weird guy.
Okay. So,
Well, you-
Just standing in.
No, but
as you guys kind of start to like walk in, if you can feel as somebody kind of grabs your arm, and this is kind of like through the front gate, and you kind of look to see one of the guards just. Yeah, I thought I recognized you.
probably more.
I didn't know you were allowed back in.
I have a building here that I own technically. Why wouldn't I be allowed back here?
Because you've been outcast. Outcast means you don't come back.
I don't recall that being told to me I'm not allowed back.
You'd have cast a spell and I'd be like, I am not outcast.
Why don't you
That one.
just wait right here and I'll go get the captain.
Bloody wonderful. Sure, why not?
Have fun with that. If you need me, I'll be over. I'll go find Niles. See you later.
So
I
There-
walk with the
the-
guard, I suppose, for a bit and be like, yo, what the? This is awkward.
so everybody else continues walking.
I don't know.
You
Yep.
good, eh?
Mm-hmm. You can go on ahead.
Okay, I'll follow Elise. And I
Yeah,
assume
if
Franz will
we have
follow.
blasting, we know to come back.
Okay. All right. So you guys going back to
So
the
he can teleport 400 feet. That's better than any of the
500.
rest of us can do. 500 feet. So if he needs
Yeah.
to get away from danger, he's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
I can do it.
Hey, cool.
So you
Yeah, no, we
guys
can
heading over to one of the kind of around the area where, especially the last time you guys stayed, because there's not that many taverns here, being just a small town. Guys walk in and you can ask around for Niles, which you can see. You don't even have to ask as you guys walk in. He is in a kind of like a corner booth. There is like a couple of papers just on the table as he looks like he's kind of going through some of them. And like right next to him, you can see a female who is also, let me double check. I believe she's an elf. A female elf, as she's also has like tons of stacks of paper kind of just all over the table, and she's like kind of marking off on some of them.
I just look at Garbo. It's like, should we? Oh, whoops. I apparently do.
Acrobat.
I
You
do a
do a
flip to
back
it
move.
in front of Niles.
Niall! Niall! I'll
Flip,
just
flip.
I'll wave and yell for him, I guess.
You as you just kind of take a running leap and flip like right in front of the table, just a little bit of the gust of that the wind you created kind of moves a little bit of the papers off, and he's I guess that's one way to make an entrance.
It's accidental.
An accidental
Ah.
front flip.
Sometimes you get the feeling to flip, but it's untimely.
Please, if you want, we can go sit at a table if you're looking for something to drink.
Oh, what? Are you looking for something to drink? I look at the rest of them.
I mean, this table doesn't seem like if you want to have any food or drinks, you like you'd make a mess or stain something.
I think we're cool for now. Unless someone else is really hungry.
Okay.
So
Well,
he's chilling with the guards over there because apparently he's still an outcast in this town.
I hope you don't mind. Done a little kind of looking into you guys first, just to make sure to see if you guys were okay. But
We're not.
yeah,
Changes from last time. Ace has a new arm. Garbu has a new set of armor. Did Elise or Clarence change their look
Nope.
at all?
Unless
No.
I got hotter by just becoming a little bit older.
Doing front flips.
Same.
I mean, Clarence might be just a
Clarence
little
is
bit more
probably
happier,
oily.
more
Got
happier and
coconut
oily.
oil. He's got a coconut
Yeah,
oil.
He's
oily,
well
definitely.
taken care of. One would say.
Mhm.
Well,
Definitely oily though. The skin kind of shimmers a bit.
how you guys been?
Up and down all over the place. In lethal danger.
Yeah, we came close to dying, except Elise. She was kinda okay.
No, I was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It Sounds like you're quite on an adventure you got going. Well,
Yeah, I
I
guess
now
so.
have a dragon who likes me and a dragon who hates me now, and a few that are just kind of neutral.
Aren't you also like on the
good
run from Vermont now?
good for
Yeah.
you. Oh, well then now that's kind
That's
of
the
bad.
dragon who hates me.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind
Which
of
I kind of
problematic.
told him no, and he didn't like it. So if you ever meet him, don't tell him no.
which one was this?
Um,
The white one?
Jathler, the silver dragon in Beaumont.
Aren't silver dragons supposed to be nice?
Oh, so
Supposed to be good, but good and nice aren't always the same thing.
Oh, okay.
so you're not or on the run from Baymont?
I mean,
Maybe.
it's like questionable at this point. Like we're like not really sure because the dragon told us to leave, and we just like okay, guess we leave.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm definitely not on the run from Beaumont, so I'm cool there. And Clarence too, and A2 weird. Like Austria, cool.
Yeah. Well, don't I have assassins?
Parents and
But
eighth
that's
were
that's
with
I like
me
the assassins have
when it went down.
nothing to do with Beaumont,
True.
as far as we know.
Yeah, that's what I was-
Hmm.
But do
Bring
they?
up Vermont.
I look at
Also,
Leroy,
Beaumont might
probably
be
still
starting
nearby.
a war.
Who
He
started the war?
Beaumont might be starting a war.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Oh no, they were securing territory, like
Yeah.
it was with air quotation marks.
Securing nearby territory or something.
ah
So
This
depending how
is-
far they plan to secure their territory, it could get.
this
Okay.
is a lot of information you guys come across.
I mean, that's what you get when you like hang out with the champions of cities and dragons and stuff.
At least became friends with a hag. I think.
I would say friends is a big word. I told her no.
Also, she has a crush on a dragon.
Do I?
Yeah.
It's just more like when you see an opportunity, we're like, okay, but then afterwards, I really didn't give her much thought anymore. To be honest,
Parents lost his belly demon.
yeah,
Oh.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Her name was Lynn.
Yeah, she was nice. Well,
Well,
yeah, it was a really calm
I mean-
situation.
I mean, she was nice. Then she became not so nice, and then she became nice again.
No, it was all super cool. Everything went fine.
Oh well, I guess you wouldn't be. And he kind of like leans over a little bit into like this backpack and kind of pulls out like just a decent size, um, I already forgot. I would just say flask like of holy water. And he's, guess you wouldn't be needing this then, huh?
Holy water.
Hmm.
Can
Well,
I say during that day of travel that we had, could I have switched out the could I refill those water bottles and then cast ceremony on them?
Did you already
ones
didn't you
that I
already
had.
fill the water bottles up at the lake?
I think I did fill them, but I didn't do the ceremony.
sure.
Okay. So now I'll actually reach into the bag of holding and pull out the little case with 4 bottles of holy water.
Well,
No, but
at least it seems like you guys are prepared. That's good to hear.
an eighth likes to drown in blood or something like that.
I mean, I think we're like overflowing him now, and it sort of happened one time, and I don't think it was on purpose.
And then
That was
another time,
twice.
I was supposed to be watching him while he went for a swim in the ocean, and he almost drowned while I built a sandcastle.
Yeah, that
Well,
tracks.
You
I
guys,
forgot. Like I forgot you told us that, and that really sounds like you.
you got some interesting stories to definitely
But he
tell.
didn't drown.
But you guys also tend to leave a mark where you go. Don't know if that's necessarily a good thing.
I'd say a little bit of both. At least you won't be forgotten, right?
Well, if
Hey,
that's
any
one way you want to
publicity-
look at it.
Any publicity's good publicity.
I mean, the thing is, like, if you have notoriety and like you like, either you're gonna get like people who want you to do something good, or they want you to do something bad. Either way, you're gonna get paid, depending on how you do it.
Well, Uh, what about the shield? Did you figure anything else on that when you guys went up to Zetham? I assume you went up to Zetham.
The guy was pretty useless. More of a ladies' man than anything else.
Hmm.
Like, he keeps trophies of his conquest, and I was like, ugh.
Interesting.
So if you ever want some dirt, then there you go. You're welcome.
But
Although now he's like the ex-champion.
Yeah, he was moving away to like, it's called like Micah or something like that.
In a different continent.
Yeah.
hmm.
I know what the name is. I'm purposely getting it wrong because Garbu would not know.
Well,
Mila.
So what were you up
North
to?
of Oxford.
I mean, we did a bunch of random shit, but it's been a while.
just looking into things that people don't want to look in. So it tends to get pretty boring if it's time to time. You know, I think so far the most excitement was the meeting you guys in that cavern.
Fuck.
Other than that, just
No, this is second fuck. Third one.
following up on stories and leads that tend to be close by. You guys definitely left some sort of what was that place called? What was it
Sharnwick.
called? Yeah, Sharnwick.
Arnold.
You guys definitely
We
left.
know exactly what he's talking about. As soon as he brings it up.
At least like Sharnwick.
No, I feel like we do all just say it in unison. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Sharnwick.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
Definitely interesting what you guys
People still
done.
randomly getting sick there.
Yeah.
no.
Oh, why I said
That
Arnold,
was
even though I'm outside
one
the
of the
gate.
things I was going to go look into, but heard that you guys took care of it.
I put my hand out for Gargoyle for low 5.
Yeah.
But
There was a dragon head named Navarra. I look around for a second. Navarra. I don't know if that's like a name I should be spreading or not. Because Paragon seemed very angry the first time I said it.
well, probably would be keeping it on the down low as around that area tends to be how to put it, very secure, almost like a fort, if you will, trying to make sure nobody sees that little area, not the whole town, but the place
The
that
well?
yeah.
They fortified it?
No, it's a fear of speech. They don't want people seeing what's going on. So I wasn't able to really see what they're doing.
It's probably Paragon who went there. And
But
did some shit.
no,
Didn't Paragon like fly off like instantly to go there?
Immediately, yeah. And then it knocked like the tooth bag off of the
Mm.
mountain. And then there was like some teeth monsters and a
Yeah,
tooth angel.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was, yeah.
Weird
Maybe
shit.
she was more like a tooth fairy.
Interesting though. You should like when we go past, maybe we should go by. I mean, I like that. Definitely. By the way, that the pseudo dragon was in charge of the town, not the person who was the mayor.
well, if you guys
Oh, Disco Boy.
Did the mayor have any sort of limp?
No, I healed it instantly. God damn it.
Did he mention taking any arrows to the knee?
Oh,
Well-
God.
it was mentioned that you guys left a bad taste there. So
Then we
mixed
made it taste good.
mixed feelings, if for sure.
Yeah, we also got rid of the sickness thing, so
Well,
we think we did.
I assumed it was you guys, but it was never mentioned who. They are
Yeah.
claiming it to be one of the dragons that came by and figured one of the issues, but
I turned to Elise. Do you think it was the big bug, or do you think it was the dead dragon? The sickness?
I think it might have been the magic circle actually.
The magic circle?
That we had to dispel how many times? 3 times.
Well,
But it's definitely. I mean, I don't care. I'm not getting credit. I mean, whatever. But that was a long swim. I can tell you that.
well, I hate that the shield information came up with nothing. You guys trying anything
Yeah.
else about that?
No, we've been like distracted with other things, and like the whole talk to dragons quest is sort of taking the forefront at the moment.
Talking to dragons?
Yeah, something quest.
How many have you
Yeah.
talked to now, Garbu?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I think 5.
Would Garbu
Well,
remember?
I can't count the platinum dragon himself. No, Garbu would count the platinum dragon. 5.
Are you trying to ask them a question or are you trying to get their autograph?
I just
Both.
trying to look for their guidance, I guess. The autograph would be neat, but at this point I think it's a little late to start that. I'd have to go back and hit up a few.
Hey, I think you could actually tell him the real reason. He's not gonna like rat on us.
Okay. The platinum dragon told me to.
There
The
you go.
platinum dragon?
Yeah. I talked to him when we were in Zetham, and he said that I should try to talk with all of the dragons.
Like I fish out this. I fish
they
out the
would
holy
show me the
symbol from
path.
out of his armor. I'm like, yeah, look, he's like a cleric of the
He
platinum dragon.
he kind of
Pull
like
up my hammer, which has like
Yeah.
he goes into like his
engravings
bag,
on it.
kind of looks for something, pulls out like some little notes. Oh, that's one of the divine ones, right?
Yeah. Also, we saw the yellow dragon from the Golden Summit. He destroyed our ships.
Hello, child.
She's over here waving.
Halfling approaches the table and brings Niall a drink.
Nah, I'm good. I think it's a little late for you, don't you think?
It's kind of
Well,
midday.
halfway through this, that Niall takes the drink.
Give me 1 second.
Niall has to leave to go help the halfling with
I
something.
gushed to win all the papers off the table.
Why do that? You could just quickly read them all. Now they're
like,
all
I just-
scattered on the floor.
No, you take like to be like the
He's like
Tales of
Batman.
Monkey,
He's got
I
plans. He's
take out
got contingency plans to kill everybody.
I take out one paper from the big stack and put it in like another stack. So you will like literally will not know where that one piece of
Oh
paper
my
is.
god. Contingency plan number 1: how to kill Garbu.
Use force. That checks out.
Brute force. Yeah.
How
Any
to take out
damage
8.
other than fire.
Take out 8. Brute force. Take out Elise. Brute force. Take out the Claire's. Brute force. I mean, checks out.
These are all pretty accurate. Yes.
Ace
just
just
running.
says like, don't drown.
Yeah, 8 water.
Super effective.
Oh god, are you rock type? Or are you fire type?
No,
I'm fire type.
he's just weak to
Probably
water.
Yeah.
He's
You
just
throw
had
me in
I'm
the
weak to
water, I
fire.
stick
I'm
to
weak
the
to
bottom.
fire too. I'm actually weak to fire too. So
Wait,
what would I be?
Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite
Fire.
Pokemon?
Mine's Squirtle.
Starter
Mm,
or
I'm basic.
in general?
In general.
I have
Jolteon.
extreme nostalgia to Lugia from Pokemon Silver, because I played that so much, and then like the movie came out as well. You know, the first Pokemon movie. I love watching
I
that.
played
Oh,
Pokemon
no.
Blue a lot, so
Me too.
I
I,
I
I,
had
I'm
the
pretty
thought
sure it
of
was
like
the
I
copy
wanted
that was once yours. Yeah.
a
game
practical
got
Pokemon
off.
that I could actually have in my house, so I went with Jolteon.
All right.
Because I always like Jolteon. It would be a nightmare to have a Charizard in your house, so it's like
So,
For alligator.
Squirtle would
Warlock.
be great. They could do like
nice.
as we come back
your
into
chores.
this,
You could have them water your
Welcome
plants. Like
Then they
Like
turn into
as we're
plastic.
talking, I take out one piece of paper from a stack and put it in another stack. No, just kidding.
Sleight of
I
hand.
don't. I mean, I could. Should I do it?
yes,
15.
Oh shit! Here we go. This is
perception.
how it starts.
Wait, on this roll, because I will minus it with 2 to give
Okay.
myself a better shot.
he sees you do it.
God damn it.
Oh shit!
Should have guided her.
I look at him in the eyes as I do it, and I keep going.
Like just one of his eyes, like as you like picked up one, and it's like not even looking, you just kind of go to slip. Like his eye flicks and then goes back into
I
like.
was like, I look at him and I'm like. Anyway, where were we?
So,
I think we were talking about the dragon. Or
yeah,
did we
like
move past that already?
what is it specifically you're trying to reach for them?
So I'm on a path now to become a good dragon. If I fail, it could kill hundreds of people.
That's mighty interesting. I don't really know of any creatures such as yourself or others turning into a said dragon.
Well, I'm already a dragon. I just need to be a good one.
Right. Well then.
Like
Niall is just like, this is a stupid child.
He's
Like,
not saying anything.
like I just look at him in the eyes and I just
He's
kinda-
not saying anything. That...
Elise just shrugs.
Well,
I mean,
Hi.
it gives us something to do, I suppose.
I guess it does. And Clarence, by the way, I haven't been able to figure anything or track anything down about your request.
That's okay. We do know he's alive if that helps you out at all.
Really? Do you know
Yeah,
where
You
he
also
might
have an
be?
idea that he was up north or something like that?
Wait, what did I didn't hear both
Oh,
at
sorry.
the no. What was it?
I was just asking if, is like, would you know where he's at?
If I knew where he was at, I'd probably be there, to be honest with you. So no. We tried to message him and it connected, he just didn't respond.
I didn't try using your personal message.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I see.
then we were
I
busy
think
with the
we
spirit.
did have some idea that he was up north, didn't we? Or something like that?
No,
No?
I made that up. Well, I didn't
Okay.
make that up. That's metagaming.
You assume, as a player, that
Yes.
he was up north.
Mm.
Yes. Because of one specific instance, I was like, "That's my dad." And it
But there was no
probably
other
wasn't.
there was no other clue or anything to it. So anyways.
No.
Well, you think he's trying to find isolation? I mean, I don't remember. Did you tell him everything about like what happened, or did you just tell him that you're looking for him?
I gave him the best description I could and gave him background information about him. I did not tell him what happened to my mom. I
Okay.
did not tell him like that kind of stuff. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he's all right. I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't answer you back if you messaged him, magically,
We
of
got a
course.
message then.
Yeah, I just worry he's in trouble. Like I don't know.
Or maybe he's not in trouble, he just doesn't want you to get involved.
I think that's worse. For me,
Hmm.
I probably shouldn't have said that.
it's okay.
Oh well.
Well, definitely could be worse, but we'll see, I guess. And if he is in danger or anything like that, you need a little assistance, you can call me and I'll try to come and help.
Oh, thank you.
Hopefully if I can get there in time.
I had another question. We came across something in our travels where I tried to magically reach out to somebody and it felt like something was blocking the connection. Have you ever heard of anything like that before?
On a more magical level,
Yeah.
where
Where something was just able to like block a connection that should normally be able to go through.
I mean,
I mean, there's several spells that can do that.
I could try to look into that, but unfortunately, the arcane is not really my side of the field.
I mean, I don't have the books here, but I have read in the books that my father wanted me to read. That there are spells that can stop magic, like magic communication from coming through. As I explained when it first failed.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not
Oh.
good with the whole memory thing.
It's okay.
Well, are you guys staying long then, or you
Nope.
just? Fair enough.
We
Maybe
are.
for the night and then continuing. Well, also Ace died while we were traveling.
What? When did he die?
Yeah, like a while ago. I just realized Ace isn't currently with us.
Oh, like at least looks at Joe and like, oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
No, and I shake it. I shake my head at him like no. I say
I
yes, but I shake my head no.
hate to hear that.
No,
Yeah.
actually, he's fine. I was just messing with you. They just didn't want to let him in the city because this is where he's from.
If a guy's
Yeah,
against
I
shit, they blame him for shit.
I don't know a lot of information, but I happened to uncover that this was his hometown, and curiosity to look into to each of you, or when I can, just to kind of understand who you are a little bit more, since we haven't talked in a bit. But it's a shame kind of what happened to him.
I mean, it's kind of unfair that he gets blamed for all of it. It's not like it was his fault.
Well, I think it's more because he sided with somebody who they dislike.
Yeah,
Blades of Light.
I kind of understand that this town tends to believe a group should be in charge. And he kind of speaks a little bit quieter, and they're kind of siding with the Dark Sons, wanting this to be some sort of kingdom. Think it could be better.
Isn't it like all the way on the other side of the continent?
That's strange.
Uh, yes, they are.
Eh.
I mean, they could side with the Templar Senate and the Imperial.
Fuck all the fuck
Legion.
siding with people. Just be your own fucking person instead of following someone blindly. Anyway.
I mean, isn't that like all religions?
Yeah, that's why you don't. No offense, that's why you don't really do religions and shit. Because then you're like stuck with other people's beliefs.
Or siding, or yeah.
Yeah, or being forced to side with their beliefs
I
one
feel
way or
like this
another.
is less. This conversation specifically is less religion and more politics, though.
Yeah, there are religion, politics, regardless. Anyway, anything you want help with or want to know that we might know?
Not at the time, no. Just I I haven't been able to find any details about the shield, and the information that you guys kind of passed along was
Did we
very.
tell him before that the shield was a fake?
No,
I
we
think
haven't
we
told them
parted
anything yet.
ways before it got destroyed.
Way before.
Okay.
But
Or not way before that, yeah. We parted ways before that
It
happened.
was
But-
in that city, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
in Rock.
That we never went back to talk to him, I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe
other
we
than
did, I
that,
can't remember.
there's not much. But right now I'm just kind of looking into the troubles that this town spoke of. Some sort of, well, I at least knocked it out that it's not a beast. But it is something that through the trees.
The thing the Kinku was after, I think.
Hasn't he caught it yet?
Is the Kinku around here? Have you seen a Kinku?
It's been like months, right?
If the Kinku's not around here, it was the assassin. We should have killed him. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, wait, that was the wrong thing. It's even worse.
Maybe he was using the axe that farts in the woods, and the monster heard him, and
Fucked him up.
yeah.
I mean, I haven't
Freaking
really
out.
looked into all the adventurers that are around here.
Only the flaming arm and shit.
Could
Flaming
probably-
arm.
yep.
Yeah, okay, if you react like that, then he probably isn't around anyway. I think that
Hmm.
would stick out, right?
Wasn't like a flaming skeletal arm?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you want to make it a bit worse, I
And you
suppose.
wore like a blue cloak too, or something. Also, there's blue cloaked assassins after clearance.
Yeah. Also, I have a friend named Luro. Luro, if you can hear me, you can wave. He's also following us.
He's in there with
Me.
you.
Yeah,
Oh, he
Luro
is?
came
Oh,
with us.
He's
Yeah.
just not he's not sitting at the table with you guys. He's
He's
like
probably standing like 10 feet back or something.
he's like
just staring at us.
at a like another table, kind of just like sitting there. He has like a lot of his stuff, which is not a lot of things. He has that
But it's his stuffed
um
animal.
he
We
has
should
the
give
stuff
him like a little like side pouch or something that he can carry all his stuff in.
he has the stuff animal. He has the backpack that you guys gave, the one that's just for the sleeping bag, kind of to the side. Looks like a little bit of kind of like interesting looking rocks and like seeds and stuff like that, kind of just on the table, and he's just kind of looking at them and stuff like that.
Hey, Luro, wave. Luro is my he's reporting to where I am to
Doctor.
somebody. Don't say doctor. That's not.
Stalker.
He kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
peeks up and he's and then like just slowly shrinks down.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But that's the guy reporting back to some unknown entity where I am at all times.
I mean, it seems people. From what I talked to him before.
And you guys just keep him around.
I mean, you can't like between you and me, like
He did
like I
kind of
whisper,
save us.
we can't really get rid of him unless we kill him.
Yeah, and he did kind of save us, so the killing him part seems unsavory.
I mean, I
And,
never wanted to do
and
it
we
from
like
start.
him. We like him a lot.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
kid, dude. Like, look.
Yeah, he's innocent.
Yeah.
Like he's just
Yeah.
being used. But I mean, that's not like to explain that to him. I try a little bit, but he seems to not really buy it. And then it's like it's just a kid. You're not gonna kill someone who's doesn't really know what they're doing.
Well,
Did we figure out that the assassins are linked to Clarence's dad, or did we just assume that?
I assume.
Okay.
No, I got a note, and in the note it said, if you don't
Oh,
stop
yeah.
looking,
Okay.
we're gonna
Okay.
freaking murder your face
But
or
we
whatever.
already told Niall about that, right?
Was
No,
it
About the
early?
note.
that was
No.
after. That was
Oh.
after.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I got a death threat, and it said if I kept looking for my dad, they were gonna kill me, and then they tried to kill me twice,
And once
once,
at the wedding.
yeah, once. Well, we don't know
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the freaking bird.
The bird may have
No,
been. The
that's
Kenku
like
that we mentioned may have been an assassin. We're not sure.
Yeah.
The jury's
interesting.
still out. Some of us think so, some of us don't. Some
I
of
mean,
us think he might already be dead.
Yeah, the assassins ruined this wedding we were at. Like right in the middle of the ceremony.
To be fair, there were other assassins there too, trying to actually ruin the wedding.
Yeah.
But
whatever. Anyway, there's a lot of shit going
one
on.
of the people who were associated with the wedding forgot to call off the assassin. Long story. If you're ever in Ironmere, tell them you're friends with us.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You'll probably get like a good treatment there then.
Oh, also
like
watch
that.
out for the rat mafia.
Yeah.
No, don't watch out for the Red
rat
Mafia. They're
peeks out
cool.
of my armor.
The Red Mafia is cool. Just give them crackers and cheese, and they're all good.
I made a little like wedding carriage for their wedding. It was nice.
This is a lot of
Random shit.
interesting information, that's for sure.
Don't go in the caves below Ironmere though.
This is what
But if-
ADHD looks like.
Yeah, it's like I'm just trying to keep up as well with all the information being thrown out and trying to like filter out what's relevant and what's not.
Well,
Anyway,
well, it sounds
random
like you
bullshit
guys
aside,
have a full plate.
I mean, it's not that full. It's more like retelling what happened.
Avoid
at least-
mentioning our names if you ever take any like ships around Slissy.
Why? We didn't do
Zillion.
anything.
The one ship where we murdered like half the crew.
Some random fucking people.
Yeah.
It's leaving
They
me.
were pirates.
To be fair, they were currently working for a cult at the time that it happened. But
Whatever. Anyway, like the whole Baemon thing, by the way, like one really important thing to know there. They pretend they have the shield now, but it's fake.
yeah,
And they know it's fake.
yeah, we watched the actual shield get destroyed, or some
The
semblance
fake
of
shield
the shield.
the fake shield get destroyed, and they made a new fake shield to get people's morale up.
That's It's mighty interesting.
Because like no one has any fucking clue where the shield is. Like nothing, zero. It has just disappeared.
It's a shame that the wielder itself didn't have anything.
Yeah, no. Like we tried to like grill him for information, but he was pretty unforthcoming and just.
Well,
Like,
have you
I don't
guys
remember anything.
did? Well, if it's not interesting to you, then I guess no need to bother, right?
What is not interesting to us?
I mean, the shield. If you, I
I
mean,
mean,
no,
the thing is like it's like imagine like a haystack that's the entire continent, and you're trying to find not even a needle. You're trying to find like a part of a needle in that haystack. It's like impossible.
You're trying to find like a hair, maybe.
Yeah, and and I mean, if we find a lead, then we'll go after. But otherwise, it's like like what we're supposed to do, scour every little inch of this continent. That's gonna take like by the time we're done with a part of it, we're already like months done, like months of we spend months doing that then.
Unless you
We
got
also
some
know that
pointers on
there's
how to find it.
other. Yeah, we also know that there's at least one copy of it out there.
Yeah, before that one copy was there was apparently already other copies, so who knows how many there are.
Oh, I have this, and I'll reach into my
No,
bag
no,
of
no,
holding,
no,
which
no, no, no,
only
not
holds
here, not
5
here, not
items.
here, not here, not here.
I put it back in before I pull it out.
everything okay?
It's like a piece of the thing.
Like something broke off on it?
A
No.
piece of the original, kind of, or like something that was made in the same mold that the original was made in, as well as 2 other things.
Interesting.
There's like a sword and bow out there too, we think.
Potentially.
Sounds more interesting when you think about it.
If we have somewhere more private, I guess we can show it, but I guess we shouldn't show it. I mean, I don't think other people. I look around how crowded is the inn currently.
I mean, there's
It's
a
not about
cup.
so much.
There's like
It's not so much
a
just people.
few attendants, but nobody seems to
don't-
be really heavily paying attention. You guys are in there like around noonish, so it's not like a lot of people.
It's
I
like
don't
at
think
least also
other
just like
people would recognize
magic.
what a random metal hemisphere is.
Yeah, but also magic looking. That's the thing.
Magic
My dad
looking.
was looking at us.
He
Remember?
he kind of like leans in a little bit. And I
It's
think what
kind
she means is magically people could be looking upon you all right now,
So you
and
don't want your dad to know about it? Who else
No,
would be looking
people
on
that
us?
people that have a negative interest towards us.
Baman? Like,
I don't know
they already
who.
know it's
People
fake.
people who have a negative interest in it, like in us. Who knows? Or like people who might just be accidentally scrying on us for some fucking reason because they've heard about this and then they see that something like that. It's better
The
to keep it.
dragon cult?
I literally said anyone who could have a negative interest. I don't know who
I just don't
exactly.
know
But
who has a negative interest in us.
yeah, neither do I. But you can, when you're like in a group of people, and then like apparently you hear a story from some other person, like hey, that person really hates you, and you're like, oh, but I never knew that.
But if they're already looking at us, can't they also hear us?
Yeah, but like it helps if they don't see it.
But it just looks the same as the one on the fake one.
No, they don't know. But they don't know because it was inside of it.
What?
well,
God.
sounds like you guys might have a little bit of talking to do amongst yourselves.
I don't know. It's just like you're trying to like. His memory is not the best, so.
I just don't understand what's
The
happening.
thing was
here.
inside. The thing was inside the shield. It was like the shield. You never saw it on the outside. It was inside of it.
No, I think you could see it in the middle.
Are you talking about the emblem?
Yes.
Yes,
Pretty sure it
it's
stuck out in the middle. Yeah.
it definitely stuck out in the middle.
Not
So
entirely.
not entirely, no, but it did stuck out, and it was the shield was made around it. So
We also only have like half of it. We have like the hemisphere, and I could tell there was supposed to be an other half whenever I molded this. I'm pretty sure.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it was
I think I rolled like a really high blacksmithing check whenever I did this, and I was like,
well
the DM was like, you can tell this was meant to be a bow, this one's meant to be a sword, and this one's the middle from the shield, and there should be another half to it. And I
mm-hmm.
was like, oh, cool.
So
And I think I wrote it in my notes somewhere, but that was a long time ago, like last year sometime.
well, do you know where Mr. Wildstar went? Maybe if I can catch him, we can try to get a little bit more couple of clues if you guys wasn't able to get anything.
I mean, I don't know if we
Mycla or
catch him.
something like that, I think he
Like
said.
he's like he went with us to Ginton. We're just like, what now? I mean, I think he probably made it by now because they had to like walk from the sea or lake in inland sea, I suppose. They probably would have made it to the town by now, and then he was gonna go to the continent to the northwest. Mylar, I don't know, whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah, something like that. Starts with
And
an M. That's
so
all I remember.
wherever the port is to that place, that's where you'll probably find him.
Could be trying to head to Chrisport, maybe. Could catch a long ride there.
Oh, do you know what a stone sword is?
No, stone blades. At least to be like
That was good.
like things don't match up there. Something is fucked up because the spirit said, or Lynn said, that the blades of light, that area, was supposed to be controlled by the blades of stone blades, either or. Um, and she said that she died 15 years ago, but whatever happened to her happened a lot longer than 15 years ago.
She said she died 15 years ago in like 1035 or something like that.
Then no, 15, I think. And it's now 33.
And 15, yeah.
Just to clarify, was that our era for sure? Like, okay, did you say yes?
Out of character, I know for a fact that wasn't our era. I
It
Yeah.
know what
I-
era it was, and I can't say that
That's why I was
because
double checking.
if I was
It-
a different character, I could tell you this immediately because I would know it.
for
But I
right
can't.
now, out of characters, it's not making sense, and it's probably something to look more on, because the statements that she said, doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Because again, she stated, she died 15 years ago, but the way you saw the village when you went through that strange sequence,
No
that
way, that was 15 years ago, or like 17 years ago, whatever it was.
you could almost make an assumption that what you saw then in that chamber, and then actually seeing it in the town that you went to, or the village, that they were completely not the same.
Would we
And
know that had been other eras?
No.
And that's what I'm asking. Okay.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't have no idea. Like
no,
as I said, like it doesn't.
yeah, the calendar that you guys are currently going off on is when elves first started recording or any sort of documentation of history. And so
Okay.
since then, it's been 1,133 years.
Out of character, there was like correct me if I'm wrong, DM. We wouldn't know this, but last campaign we found out that there was like a war of the gods that kind of reset a lot of things, and kind of ended the last era, and after that, this era kind of started after they started rebuilding. So
In very simple terms, again, yeah, for last campaign, it was a huge battle happened, and it left a lot of the inhabitants of this planet. At least is what is
Yes.
assumed of the planet was like hardly any, and so they had to reset, bringing as many as they were allowed back to life, but wiping a lot of memories. So, but anyways.
As I was saying, like things don't add up. Like stone blades, like I wouldn't know if there was something like that where blades of light are now. And she said she died 17 years ago, but that no way. Like there's nothing like the town couldn't have changed that much in 17 years, and people had no clue who she was.
I can't
Like
math, but even I know the math wasn't mathing.
like if someone got burned on a like got burned alive, people would remember 17 years later. There's no way they wouldn't.
Yeah, that
Also, the place where she said her house was, there was nothing there, like not even a semblance of a foundation. Semblance is my word of the day.
that is quite a pickle.
I don't know what to make out of it.
I haven't really heard of any stone blades myself.
No, neither have I.
Hmm.
Like, and considering that my dad made me fucking read so many of the history shit that I was not interested in, I've never seen the name come by.
Seems like you guys are
Anyway.
bringing some of the best clues and mysteries.
I know, right? If you want to find some real mystery, you should come with us instead of pushing paper.
Well, this is what actually helps pay, so gotta.
Elise just like grabs in her bag, grabs a fistful of platinum. I mean, it's doing pretty good so far. Puts it back in.
Well, that's good for you, but I also gotta look out for Mrs. over there, and she's like, no, she doesn't say anything, but
Mrs. Is he married?
Do we know if they were married before?
No, we never bought it.
you
I
guys
checked
hardly know
that.
anything about him.
Yeah, we never
We
really.
know he's a
like,
robot. I touched his chest cavity and it was warm.
You guys do know that he's something of interesting aspects, as you guys never seen something like him before, but
You know what? Garbu would just ask, "Are you married?"
Elise looks back and forth.
no, I'm not married. That is my partner. That's Jory.
The one you were going to meet?
She is the one who helps me do all the paperwork.
So, do you want to marry her?
I don't know how to go about that
Insight
question.
check. Does he
Oh,
want to
wow.
marry her? DM?
No. He,
Ooh.
because of your insight, that's something that he doesn't even register.
Huh. It's because he
As
doesn't have a wiener.
Maybe he does have a wiener. Who knows?
Does he, DM? Can I tell with my insight check?
Oh yeah, can you tell? As I said, is there something in his pants? Like, God fucking damn it.
Is that something he would ever consider? I didn't mean- I just saw a hand come down over the camera. Come on, DM,
Yeah,
talk about his wiener in front of your child.
Garbu dies. Garbu gets smited by the heavens.
Oh,
Man. New character. Roll new character.
Simple yes or no question.
I think that's a little too personal, don't you think?
Yeah. I'm working on that. I apologize. We won't talk about your wiener. We'll move on from the wiener.
To be fair, Garbu didn't say that out loud. That was all out of character where I was like, oh, DM, does he?
Yeah, I'll say I said the wiener thing.
No, she's a partner. She's the one who helped me understand and kind of get back to a little bit of reality after I kind of can't quite remember my past, but that's yeah. And then she
Like, sometimes I think I'm chaotic when I look at the other people and I'm like, I'm not that. Like sometimes it's worse with you guys.
And she does kind of like look over the booth and Niall, why don't you ask them about? They seem to be a little bit busy. I don't know if I
I'm
want
not
to.
busy. What's up? I look at the woman. What's up? What do you want to know?
Yeah, we kind of don't have anything that we like. We don't have a timeline that we have
Like
to do things
we
by.
don't need to do anything right now. We just are doing it.
I mean, we probably should try to do things before the war breaks out, if there's a war.
Fuck the
But
war. Like if the war breaks out and we don't take part in it, simple as that. Anyway, what do you want?
It's nothing. No need to worry about. And she kind of
I look
like
at her.
she stands up
I said it to her. I said it to her, not to
and
him.
she's
I
like,
look directly at her.
"Look, they seem like they're willing to help, and they seem like good folks. Why don't you ask?" And he still is just, "No, I don't want to go down that path." And it is his past. He doesn't remember anything. It would help, and it's kind of on the back burner until we get enough funds and a little bit of time to research to go over there. But try to figure out his actual past.
go over
Well,
where?
well, I was I was just kind of like how to put it, just a mail person, if you will, that went from Drawridge to Aries Gate. And I happened to, yeah, ish. I had filing paperwork between two different organizations. It was very lousy, if you will, especially having to travel back and forth a lot. But I stumbled across him as I was leaving Aries Gate going back to Drawridge when I saw him kind of stumbling out of the, just kind of on the path. He doesn't seem to have a clue of remembrance of who he is.
Interesting.
Did you happen to go into a dark room and see some?
Be glad I'm not seeing.
I mean, I guess you wouldn't remember if you had, but it can erase memories, kinda.
No, it's not.
No, I haven't really been to Zetham, and well, I don't. Yeah, no, I haven't even been to Zetham at all.
But like, if
mean-
it erased your memories, you wouldn't remember.
No, I think what we're talking about is something different. Like we don't know if they found him there, or if she found him there, then wherever you're from, has to be there. That's the first thing you remember. There's something there. I mean, if you really want to dig into it, then what Garb is saying is not wrong if you go to Zetum, since apparently you're gonna go after Trophy Collector himself. There's the House of Hope there, who might give you some answers in your past, or give you some, at least, if not answers, like maybe some leads about your earliest memories.
Well, I don't really have the time to be doing that. There's a lot of open quest, reports that needs to be looked at, and I appreciate it, Jory. I really do, especially looking after me, but I can't be putting myself out there first. So, but if you guys ever happen to be on that side of the lake, well, maybe you can give me a holler, and if I'm close by, we can try to figure something out.
Oh fuck. Elise is like struggling, like with looking at the papers and being like, "Oh, just so bad. What just yeet all of it so that he has 3 of his time. But no.
And you think we're chaotic?
No. Yeah, but I'm not doing it. I'm not acting on this. It's the internal struggle. Like, I could literally just go like, it's all fucked.
Well, Listen, the most chaotic thing I think I've done in any campaign is wanting to burn down a library just because I was told not to.
I mean, I could turn into a dog and then shred it all, then be like, oh, the dog ate my homework.
Or
Have
just
you
summon
ever
eight
seen a
dogs and
robotic
let
man
them-
cry?
You will now.
You'll find out what he
mean-
sheds.
We'll
Oil.
eventually be heading over
With
that
oil?
way.
I mean, yeah, there's still a dragon in Ares Gate, right?
Yeah. Drawbridge doesn't because Jithler is evil now? Mind controlled now?
I mean, very much mind
Question
control.
mark?
You said the wrong name
Oh.
first off, but
Yeah.
Isn't Jethler the one from the
No,
yellow
that's
one?
the,
No.
that's the Baymont
That's
one.
the Vermont one. It was.
it was like
Whatever.
Started
Hansu.
with a Z or something.
No.
Yellow
Or
dragon.
Has a Z in it, yeah.
Yellow
Hansu.
dragon. Oh yeah, that was correct. The name strikes familiar when you say it.
Yeah.
I happen to know who I can link it off to just so I can remember that name. So
The
Hanzo.
yeah.
League of Legends
Corporate.
3. Got him.
Get over
Um,
here!
No, Hanzo from League of Legends. Sword bitch.
Oh, I
Well,
was thinking.
we can look into it, I suppose, when we get there. I mean, eventually we'll get there. One way or another.
Have you been to Zlasas? Zlosas?
you mean
Zillasas?
Stilosis?
Yeah, Zillasas.
No, they
Listen, I swear I will mispronounce every name as much as I can.
I haven't went there. I in a way was just trying to catch up on some of y'all's leads that you said you was heading to Zetham to try to look into this thing, and kind of spending a little bit of time in Rock, I picked up a couple of things, realizing how important this shield is. And so I can understand why they kind of like, without moving his head, just like glanced across the room and he said, why they've made a decoy. It seems people really put a lot of faith behind it and what it's capable of doing. So, but I still feel like we need to find something. Have you tried going back to the festival area grounds? Have you been able to? If you guys head
No,
by
we've
it,
been going
maybe
the
you can.
exact opposite.
Well, if you guys happen to be over there, maybe you can try to take a look around. I don't know if you will be able to get in, but
I mean, if you want to get it in, they can't stop us no matter how hard they try.
Yeah, I feel like we could figure something out.
well,
Do they like keep it guarded even when it's not the festival time?
there tends to be a somewhat guard presence, but you don't know after this incident of what it looks like now. But there always tends to be something small there, just so that they don't always have to tear down and like rebuild the structures, when they can just like monitor it, make sure it looks safe, nobody's coming in to destroy it, and then people can come back, once a year. So don't you do that. So, but anywho, I don't want to be holding up more of your time if you got places to go.
Places to go, people to see.
But I'm going to try to look into this creature business a little bit more just to see what I can come up with. See if I can figure anything out. I at least was. I don't quite believe as much, but I don't think it is a creature or a beast. I don't know exactly what else it could be, but those are some of the clues that I happen to look up.
Do we
What you
want to
mean?
try and look into that while we're here? I look over at Elise.
What do you mean? It's like, what is it? Is it an entity or is it an event?
Um, you talking about the thing? It was stated that they thought it was some sort of creature, possibly a beholder that was going through the woods. But nobody has been able to actually track this said creature. Um, and
So it is
while
an entity.
and so while there has been some adventure, especially the last time that you guys were here, that were like trying to look in on this, um, it seems as though when a sighting might be spotted, it just gets away too fast, and so nobody's able to really understand what it could be. So, and it's not, again, it's not they rumors that people build up that they think it's a beholder, but then Niall is pretty much stating that he doesn't think it's some
Mm.
sort of creature as it should eat, but he hasn't found
I
any
mean, if
sort
it
of
was a
detail.
if it was a beholder, it probably would not give a shit and fuck up the town.
Yeah, I don't know too much about uh those type of creatures, but I do know that if they were powerful enough, I don't think they would flee or run from smaller, people or creatures.
No.
Do you have any idea like which direction it is from town?
Well, I'm still looking at it. I haven't scoped out too much on the outside. Kind of got stuck trying to help out Jory with a little bit of extra paperwork that we happened to get, and well, once I can get some of this done, I'm gonna head back out and kind of scope around the outside of the town, see what can come up with, and kind of go from there.
Do you think that that they would like be less of a bitch towards Aid if he solved this thing?
I think possibly.
I mean, we're not operating on the time schedule, so it's like if you want to go here and do this, then we can do that, right?
If it would help Ace, I think it's a good idea.
I mean, it could help Aid, but then we need to definitely take credit for it.
I mean, I'm fine with him taking credit for it.
No, we, including him.
Oh,
I mean,
as long as it doesn't turn out like the last time we tried to help a city and then almost got ourselves killed because the guards betrayed us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I vote we don't bring any guards with us to go look at this monster. And we don't eat any food that guards offer us. Now, if you ever meet any strangers, don't eat any food they offer you.
I don't need to eat food.
That's cool.
are you undead? Check if he's undead.
Can you eat food? Like if you want to?
I'm not entirely sure. Something just kind of feels off. I mean, I haven't faced any sort of withdrawals from not eating like normal, creatures would be.
You're like made out of metal. What if you eat metal?
Or oil.
I mean, he doesn't seem to be anything, so I feel like that would be kind of.
Yeah, what would be the point of anything if you couldn't taste?
What would,
Can
what would be the
taste?
point of. Like, why would it be what's the point of like building a habit when you don't need to have it?
This is going to get really weird and existential, so I feel like we should probably move on.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's for the creature, like entity. We should probably we go look into that, I suppose then.
I'm
So
down.
it's something skittish that roams around. Has it been like killing people, hurting people, or it's just around?
Well, it's just
Has
around.
anyone like gone missing?
It tends to spook travelers, and they're wanting to make sure it's not going to hurt anybody. And
What
while
if it's just an illusion meant to keep people away from something? If it's only spooking people.
well, that's the thing is, are they trying to keep them from here?
Like if it's an illusion, it shows up all around town. But that's strange, wouldn't it be?
Well,
Yeah.
these are the things that I've been trying to think about while I'm doing a little bit of stuff here.
Did we try asking around the people around town to see if they knew like where it might occur more often?
I mean, we can go around town, I guess. I mean, Aid is still stuck at the gate.
Well, actually, we don't know if he's still stuck at the gate. This conversation's gone on a while.
Either he's stuck at the
He
gate or he's
is
5 feet under the
still
ground.
he's still at the gate.
That guard said he was going to get the captain and actually just went on break. Yeah.
Anyway, should we go, like, if you want, you can go ask around town. I mean, I could have a look around town, see if there's anything there, but I don't know. I'm not the best at tracking, but I mean, I could give it a shot.
Well, it's up to you guys if that's something you want to do. You know, I mean, you'll just take another load off my table.
Is that what all that is? And I'll point to the paper.
Yes and no. Some of it is just paperwork that people tend to send in to will quest about other things. Some are details about prior things that I've looked into and constantly asked to be informed. So just a bunch of minor things here and there since I got started.
Also, have you ever heard of someone named Lord Bell? I just thought about that. Eighth isn't here to be the one non-believer.
I believe I do. That happened to have been some of the smaller packages you had to deliver, right, Jory?
Yeah.
The name sounds familiar. Yeah, he's a well-known merchant, right?
I'll actually at this point pull out the statue of Zal that I have. I'll be like, he had 3 women who worked for him, and one of them kind of disappeared without a trace, and the joke was thrown around that he had eaten her. And then all of a sudden, when we mentioned it to not him but his associate, some of us had issues remembering her. But over time and some restorations, all of us except for Eighth remember her now. Her name was Zal, but she like disappeared from existence while working for him in a very strange way.
Was he bothered by this? Was any of his...
They did not react as if they knew who she was when it was brought up. Either they were pretending to not know, or I think I insight checked Sepharis, and she seemed like she genuinely didn't know what I was talking about.
Correct.
But I might not have rolled high enough. That's out of character. They seemed
No,
like they
we
didn't
rolled pretty
know.
high because I think I also did an insight.
Well, I think you were insight checking me though. But this was her. I don't know. We all know what she looks like, except for Eighth, who doesn't really seem to remember her at all. But
Interesting. Just sounds like another mystery that might needs to be solved, whether anybody's asking for it or not. That's the point of detective, is you look for things whether people ask for it or not.
and I'm scared to message the other women who are working for him, except for Sepharis, who I'm pretty sure is safe because she's like his number one. But I'm scared to message the others in case something similar has happened to them.
Hmm. Well, where was this when you encountered this mystery?
So we traveled with him from Zetham heading up to Crisport, but when she finally went missing, it was in Ironmare, and then he had randomly just another new person with him, and none of their groups seemed to react to it at all.
Hmm. Definitely sounds interesting, and
Isn't it as we
Also,
reached
it
Crisport
they
that they did that?
disappeared after
I
Crisport.
think it was the last day. I think it was the last day when we dropped them off at Crisport is when they swapped.
I think it was right as we left Ironmare.
it was when
I'm
you guys
pretty
were
sure we left
leaving.
on the
Yeah.
carts, and that's when Clarence made the joke that she had been eaten.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because I messaged her and I was like, "She's dead." I didn't get a response, and Clarence
Mm.
was like, "He must have eaten her." And then we
Mm.
got to Crisport, and that was when I brought it up to the whole group, like,
Oh,
"Hey,
yeah.
Belle ate this lady," and everybody was like, "Nah, you're insane," and I was like, "No."
So yeah.
Yeah, we didn't believe him for a long time.
Yeah, it was. We'll
Hmm.
say that we explained all of that to Niall, since it was out of character. So similar conversation was had in character. But yeah, it
Well,
took a lot just to get these two to believe me, and I've tried like 5 times to get Eighth to believe me and to restore his memory, but I'm not sure if that's gonna ever happen. Do you want the
Same
statue
modifiers.
I
just as
can.
like a reference, or
I don't think he's wise enough.
I mean, I can take down notes if you want to continue holding on to it.
I'm fine with it. I can make another one out of memory, it just taking an hour
Uh,
if I need to.
sure. I'll make a little detailed note on this, and if I happen to be up in that area, I can try to look around.
Don't don't approach them about it in case they did like have something to do with it. I don't know. It just seems sketchy, and I like you, like you're a cool guy. Don't want
Well,
something to happen to you.
I appreciate it, so thank you very much. Uh, I'll try to be careful whenever I get close to that area, and if I need to, I can uh, try to send out some sort of help signal to you guys. Which, by the way, I yeah, I happen to get this if you guys ever need it. And he kind of pulls out a jar. Looks kind of really decorative on the outside of it. And this happened to be one of my rewards that I got when I was in Rock. I doing a couple of things, and well, I don't tend to need it very much, but I can, if you guys are interested, you could take it.
I look at what does it do.
Let me pull it back up.
Pulls out the book.
Leroy the player's like, that looks like an alchemy jug.
You know, we didn't actually mention Zal to Lord Iron. We probably could have. He might have.
I mean, I feel
remembered.
like the thing is that it's like whatever happened, she was, as you said, like removed from existence in a way. I don't know, heavy magic at least.
What if she never existed to begin with?
I mean, fuck my life, man.
What if Sephiroth was the only real one and the others were like illusory?
What if our eyes aren't real?
I mean, eights aren't.
No, they
Wow.
don't exist.
The man's not even here to defend himself.
I mean,
I'm
no, they could
sorry.
defend himself.
Is he can't see? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
That smiles back. Not
What's the jug and what does it do?
Okay.
Too bad for eights.
So,
Can't see the snack that
uh,
smiles with.
It looks like kind of like a medium-sized ish jug, if you will.
Is it the jug that can produce mayonnaise?
No,
It's-
No.
no, it's not.
Oh,
Uh,
dang it. What is that? The chemist jug or something?
Alchemy jug.
I was
Alchemy.
told this, offers while a one-time deal, offers pretty something big in terms of some sort of bonus, but I don't tend to need or take any sort of materials or components like that. Maybe you can look into it a little bit further. They call it the Dragon Vessel.
I look at Edgar. No, the word dragon was spoken.
But
Do
that's
you have any
gonna
idea
tweet
what
it.
it does?
not a clue.
Just what it's called?
That is
Do you
correct.
mind if I take a look at it?
Go right ahead.
Do you want to take a look at it? I mean, we both have the ability. I can do it. I'll
I
cast
mean, it don't matter. Like, I literally.
I'll cast
do
the
it.
actual spell.
But you're not gonna do the ritual?
Why? I mean,
Ah, you're right.
So-
yeah.
so
what else
Well,
am I
won't
going to
need
use my
that.
spells for today?
We won't need
Like-
that.
Ah,
What are we going to do? Go hunt a beholder in the middle of the night?
Exactly.
ah.
Yeah. That'd be great.
So you
I could also
kind of
try
look at it and
casting Lesser Restoration on you if you'd like.
you look around on it, and it is a pretty much a uncommon dragon vessel, and pretty much what it does as a bonus action, if the vessel is empty, you can speak the command word to fill the vessel with one of the following of your choices: ale, olive oil, a potion of healing, or a potion of climbing. Once this property is used, it can't be used until the next dawn. And a potion you create this way loses its properties within 24 hours.
Pretty good.
Oh.
Daily potion.
You use an action to speak the command, you said?
Bonus action.
Bonus action?
I
So you
will.
could, like, bonus action and then action drink it or whatever.
Pretty much.
Then
Yeah, if somebody
useful.
wants it, I can give it to your sheet.
Who has the least amount of healing?
Me? I think we're
Probably-
and Eighth are the same.
8.
Probably. Well, I think
No,
Eighth
Eighth has one
the-
more than me, but he also is a melee.
Yeah, but he probably needs his actions.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could just hold it
Who
on.
goes
You can
down
get
the most?
Me and Eighth. Are you actually?
No, I'm great. Yeah,
I look at Clarence.
I run into combat a lot, but like I stay up pretty well.
I mean, I got smashed with a horse cart, but like, let's be real. You die a lot. Well, you don't die. You just gotta. You scare me. I'll put it that way.
I get
Twice,
hit a
almost.
lot. I set
Well,
off
those-
all the traps in this one dungeon, and it was great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, he killed me one time.
No,
Hmm.
Kinda.
unconscious.
Well, it hurt.
Well, Garbo is the dragon vessel, so it's like dragon. So you just take, and if you give the potion, people can just take the potion. It's not like that's stuck to the vessel.
Yeah.
What all are the options? Olive oil, wine.
Ale, wine, olive
Ale.
oil, potion of healing, potion of climbing,
Potion of healing, potion of fire.
and then the potions only last for like 24 hours, until next dawn. It's supposed until, and then they lose their properties.
Okay, yeah, I can hold on to this. I mean, I normally don't prepare healing spells, so that might actually be a good idea. But
Like when Elise just looks at you and goes like, good thing I do.
I think I prepared like maybe 3 healing spells so far,
It's okay.
and they've come in handy. Maybe I
Well,
should prepare healing more often.
I mean, I don't care. You don't need to. Should
Well,
we go look for that creature? Like, should we go look for 8? Like, I mean, 8 probably still at the door.
Oh, he was supposed to be going to meet the guard captain. I'm sure
Yeah, you
that
think
they
they're
did
gonna?
that.
I'm quite sure they were just like, go fuck yourself, dude. Just stand there.
Can we just cast calm emotions on every set of cops we see for like the rest of forever? Because it
To be
worked great
fair,
last time.
I think we should just cast that on like any humanoid we interact with, really.
I think,
would
like,
disagree.
you know,
Real life.
you know what we should do? We should just never interact with people ever again, and just so we don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's not really an option. I'm just messing. But
I mean,
should
I
I go
could
look into
cast
this
it now,
creature?
and then things get like really mellow.
Yeah.
It'd probably be bad if I did that like against like something that wasn't going to be affected by it. Like if I did that on like a giant monster that was just trying to kill us. Because then we'd be calm and it would be still trying to kill us.
Hmm. Well, shall we go look for 8 and then, or like, should we just leave 8 there for the jokes and then go do stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I didn't know we
Yeah.
had to like. I thought we were just gonna do it. Yeah, like no.
I mean, we could have an initial look around town. I mean, like, see if we can find any tracks of of any sort.
we could do it on the way too, right?
But I mean, there's nothing in town. I think it's around town.
Ah, that's true.
Let's go. Let's
I'm-
go first. Let's go first. Save 8 from the guards.
I'm gonna take the dragon vessel and put it into my bag of holding because I have one last spot available. And before I do that, I'm gonna say into it, potion of healing. And then I'll put it in there. That way I just have it readily available if needed.
Why didn't
okay.
you get olive oil?
Let
I mean,
me.
that would be great if I was cooking or something.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. It's
Or
now on your
coconut
sheet.
oil.
Wait, so like
know-
I could say only the potions become ineffective after, but like the liquid's still there even though it's not effective anymore, right?
I mean, the
What
liquid
I'm
doesn't
asking is,
become
could I say like olive oil and then pour that olive oil out and then wait the next day and then say olive oil again and then I would have 2 sets of olive oil?
It goes away in 24
No,
hours.
it goes away.
everything.
Okay, not just the potions.
So shall we go free 8?
Yeah, he's
Sure.
in jail.
No,
but maybe.
We just walk back to where we came into town and we just look at 8, probably still standing there like an idiot.
All right.
Bye, Niall.
Well, you guys take care and let me know if you need anything.
Yeah, boy.
So you guys head back out, and sure enough, right at the gate, you see Eighth, who's just kind of like sitting on a log outside of the gates, just sitting on a log there as one of the guards or both of the guards just stand at the gate watching. Not necessarily him, but just watching out.
Did you
As
get
we
to
walk out-
talk to the captain as we're walking up to him?
Did I? I don't think I did.
No, you did
I
not.
just look at the other guys
Yes,
like, sup
I did.
nerds. Sup
You say
nerds.
yes.
You say yes. I fucking inside the fuck out of it. That he's sitting there like
Hey.
he's sitting there like a fucking sad bird.
Make
Wait,
a
it's low.
deception check.
It's low.
Ooh.
Wait a
16.
minute. Mine is dead with 5.
Ah.
You're not getting around me.
Ah! Oh, why do you have to roll so high? I'm
Liar.
at peace.
Like at least looks at you, liar. You didn't get to see shit. I also look at the guards. Are they amused at him watching him sit there like an idiot?
They are. I will also say this. Because you guys went into town and was heading back out. On your way out, you would have saw. Make a perception check. Any of you three. Okay.
You know what?
You.
I'll roll too.
Beat us.
No, I'm just
Natural
kidding.
20.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Do it.
Natural
Do it.
Fine,
20.
dude. Like, fine. It's not gonna be.
Do
Look,
it.
If it's a one,
Do it.
if it's a
Come
one,
on.
Yeah.
Hey,
Uh,
that's not
come on.
bad.
I mean,
Actually-
same as mine.
yeah.
You rolled the same as me.
Well,
I mean, it's pretty good.
two of the best ones. So you guys happen to notice as you guys kind of go out of the tavern and started heading back to the gate, there was they looked kind of like parked. It looks like maybe a different tavern just a little bit down the ways. But on the wagon side happened to have that spider with a tilted crown on it.
Motherfuckers. It's the fucking sword dancers.
The vampire people.
the what? The vampire people. That makes way more sense.
Caravan with the
Sword dancers. I was
vampire.
like, what?
I mean, they said they were like performers.
Yeah.
They were
Should
liars.
we warn anyone?
Yeah, I mean, I know they were lying.
Maybe Niall?
I was joking.
Should we have mentioned that to Niall?
I mean, we didn't know they were there until we like walk out.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
plus you have, like, a magic
interaction at
spell
Iron. Should
that
I
could
mention
tell
that
him.
now?
Probably. We care about him, right?
Yeah.
Then we should let him know.
I mean, you
Sending.
can go.
Niall, there's a caravan with a spider and crown on their cart.
In
They
town.
may have a vampire thingy with them, and they're in town now. Bye.
That was a good job.
What's a vampire? I'll be cautious. Thank you.
Okay, he's been warned.
I think you should. I
think-
think like Elise
got
looks at the
17 more
tavern like literally like within looking distance. Just like maybe she just yeah, never mind.
You want me to run back?
He's got 17 more words.
No, it's just whatever. I mean, fucking spider bullshit. The creature was there when we were here last time as well, so or the entity, whatever the fuck it is. Anyway, hey, stop sulking on that log over there.
Should we mention it to the guards right here at least?
No, they're
Fuck
useless.
them.
They used that I said out loud as I'm standing like right next to them.
They
Um,
I
just
mean,
let's go.
if they were listening into us, they at least overheard us talking about it. But yeah,
We'll go. Let's go look for that shitty thing, whatever the fuck it is.
What are we looking for?
Some entity just stalking around town, trying to scare people or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. That's why we're looking for it.
Have you
makes
asked
Guess
sense.
what people have heard of it or seen? What have they seen?
I mean, like
Yeah.
we now like who has done research into it, and like they don't know what it is, but they think it's a beholder. And I mean, like a beholder would fuck shit up, not run away.
Okay.
I think because beholders are supposed to be scary.
Yeah, we could do that. Because apparently,
Yeah,
I lean over to the left. So apparently, I'm not invited to be in a fucking town, apparently.
Well, at least you got to speak to the guard captain, right? I look at the guards. Thumbs up.
Yeah, he got to speak to him, all right.
I could roll.
Yeah.
I had eyes. I would roll them right now.
Yeah, you don't know.
I
Well, you think
mean,
that's fact.
you have eyes and you could roll them. It's just
Could you roll his eyes? Like, you see, like the little, like his eye sockets, like move a tiny bit.
I mean, you
Oh.
still have, the iris part. It's just really, really, like,
Fucked up.
Burned
transparent-ish.
badly.
Can I walk up
Scarred
to the
and-
guards and be like, "So you guys want to get some calm emotions? We got it. The good stuff."
Oh my! You make the spell sound like we have drugs.
Would
Make
you like to
everything real
be?
mellow?
Would you like to no longer be a part of this town too?
I mean, I could take it or leave it, honestly.
How about you leave it?
Are you saying like metaphorically or like?
Instead of you to,
you
instead of you to like
You sound
let it go.
literally-
Yeah, he could have
Let it-
just said that though. It didn't have to be like a play on words, did it?
Oh,
Like,
I
figure of
was.
speech is like fun.
He's trying to.
He-
He's trying to be
he-
funny.
He leans in a little bit and he's like, "I was doing it calmly," and he just leans back up.
I do like me a man in a position of power, and then I'll like tap him on the chest and walk away like this.
You can
Oh,
reach
oh.
him in the chest.
They
Oh,
just
fuck,
both
alright, well,
look at
does
each
that
other
guide
and
him?
chuckle.
Beat this up.
Can I guide him at this point?
No.
No.
No,
Anyway,
I'm
let's
not
go
gonna
look-
do
let's go
that.
Do
look-
not
let's
encourage
go.
him.
Let's go search for the thing, whatever the fuck it is.
Okay.
So
Did
what do
we
you?
at least like
what do
get
you
like
guys
a
do?
side of town where it normally appears or anything?
Like, didn't now say like all around town?
Are we just gonna wander around in the woods until we?
I mean,
see
you're just
it?
gonna go look for tracks that
should-
look unnatural.
Couldn't we ask villagers of what they've heard
But
or
doesn't
seen?
it levitate? Wouldn't we not see tracks?
Wouldn't see
Does it
tracks.
levitate?
I think
The
that was
holders levitate.
established.
That's what they think. It is.
Yeah, but like, do we believe like people saying it's beholder?
Well, I think the drawing that King
No.
showed us way back also like displayed it floating or something.
Oh.
Because didn't he show
Oh,
us
then-
like a wanted poster?
Well, then we have to look at like branches being broken.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Well, we have to look
What
at
are we,
branches
what are we
being
getting
broken.
paid for this?
We're not getting paid for this. We're trying to like so the stick is we solve this problem, you take credit for it, and then they go like, oh, now you can come back into town.
Do you have something
I
that could like
I'm not
carry us
doing this for
through the
free for
woods
them.
quickly?
I mean, I don't know if there's a bounty for it. I don't care. Like, there was a bounty made for it because that Kenku was looking for it or something, right?
Yeah. So if we can capture it and bring it in, we'll probably get whatever the bounty is.
I mean, do we want to capture it or we just want to drag its cold corpse into town?
We'll figure.
I
When we find it, we'll
depends
figure
what
that
it
out.
is. Yeah. Well, because if it's also if it's an illusion, that means probably a person's doing it for
Mm.
some reason or another.
Or if it's something that they made themselves.
Did it happen on nighttime or during the day as well?
Kind of hard to say. It's a little bit of both.
I mean, I think it's like about after all the talking, it's probably like around dusk right now anyway. So
Can you like summon like creatures for us to ride
Ish.
on quickly through the woods?
yeah, I could. Let me see how many I can summon. Oh yeah, plenty. I will summon 2 horses and 2 ponies. Because they're smaller, they need ponies, not
I
horses.
might need like a war pony. I
Oh,
weigh
a
a
war
lot.
pony. A war pony. Not that it really matters. A war pony.
Well, because I'm pretty heavy. Just figured I didn't want to like break a pony's back.
I mean, it's a fake creature.
Oh
Meanwhile,
god, we
he's
gotta
just up
go
here
in
like,
work again.
Locking in again, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they were eagles before. Now they're like they're war ponies and horses. So I mean, have fun with
Have
that.
you
I guess.
asked if you prefer to be?
No. Like
Have you ever
like
considered asking them?
no.
Okay.
Why would I bother?
It's like they're like they're. I mean,
What if one day they just like go on strike or something? Like, what
you
then?
know how it
They're not the Writers
works when
Guild.
you're magically bound in service. You're magically bound to be in service.
I mean, I was like
The Writers Guild.
contractually bound to serve the
Yeah, but there was nothing that like forced you
Imperial
to do it.
Legion, but
Anyway,
there's a
that's
dragon
right.
that kind of was trying to force me to do it.
As she's like talking
Get on
and
the
I
pony.
like getting on my horse, I'm just like
I'll
I'm gonna
cast
go.
enhance ability on me and Elise for wisdom, as we're hopping on to the horses.
I'm gonna go. We're just gonna ride around town and look for like unusual
Should we
tracks
go
like
in
clean
groups of
animals.
2 or something?
No,
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Just all
No.
one big group.
big group. Then we have more eyes on the prize. Also, I'm personally gonna look for like unusual tracks on the ground and and like a broken branches.
I'm
I'll
gonna
be
cast.
looking for any sort of out of place creature, I guess. I'm focusing more on like looking for actual creatures rather than signs of creatures.
Okay, so let's do it like this. Are you guys traveling together or are you guys spreading out?
Nope,
No,
all
travel
one
together.
big group. More eyes on the prize, like was said.
Or it's more
Okay.
like we don't want to lose each other and then like something happens
So
and then
Clarence is also enhancing abilities.
Who are you advancing abilities on? Yourself?
Me and Elise for wisdom.
Okay.
If you want to
Wait, you can
do
do two
maybe like
people?
You have to
intelligence.
cast that higher to do 2 people.
Yeah, I
Oh,
meant
okay.
to
Yeah, I
click
don't
the
have
up.
any higher.
I meant to click the upcast, but I didn't.
So
Let
do
me
you?
change the spell slot.
Hey, I'm gonna cast this spell you just spelled. How would you like me to use it?
Well, you could probably do it for like intelligence on yourself, and then maybe investigate some of the signs or something.
That was kind of what I was planning on, but I
How it
didn't want
might
to like.
be. I don't know
Yeah.
how the wording might change for that. Maybe you're like looking more at like how things were broken to tell if they were done by like just a squirrel that fell from a tree or something else.
yeah, you
don't know.
definitely could do an investigation. That sounds like a smart idea. Or intelligence.
Alright,
So
so
first we need to spot it and then we need to figure out what it
There's
means.
a wall around the city, isn't there? The town.
kind of like a wooden like style wall, yeah.
I guess I'm gonna ride close to the wall, see if anyone's hanging close by, see if I can talk to them. I guess.
Okay.
See if I can
Oh yeah.
get them to talk to me about it.
So you're looking for the people. Clarence, are you just waiting to see if there is anything?
Can I ask one question?
Sure.
Do we know if it eats?
Nope.
Are there like bodies? Are they like chewed on?
I think it was established this thing hasn't killed anyone. It just
Oh, it hasn't-
scares people off.
I mean,
Niles stated that
Eastbourne is
from
very
what little
paranoid.
bit he looked at, he does not think it is some sort of creature, as he has yet to discover any sort of tracks or any type of things that a beast would
So
need
it could
to
be
eat.
a person.
yeah, that's what I was double checking. Like, is there going to be poop somewhere? Like,
Maybe you could look for magical traces.
yeah, I was gonna say, could
Yep.
I actually? I was gonna go the arcane route.
That might
Could
be
I?
like Arcana instead, yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Still intelligence.
Explain how you would look for that.
Well, I was actually going to see. Actually, I can't do that, can I?
I mean, if you want to give up your you can
Yeah.
do
Probably
enhanced
have done
abilities.
detect magic instead or something.
Yeah, you instead of because then you can do enhanced ability when you actually find
Yeah.
something.
We'll do. I'll drop the enhanced abilities and do. Or can I just
Or
switch it?
just cast something else.
I'll
instead.
allow you to switch it
Okay.
if you want
Yeah,
to.
I'll cast detect magic, and then I want to look for any specific, like as I'm going around, any specific magical traces of stuff that doesn't seem in the realm of ordinary possibility for a woods, or I guess the outskirts of a town.
Okay. So you're looking for any magical means slightly outside. If you're looking for anybody that's hanging out on the outside. Elise, what were you?
Branches like branches and stuff being broken. Like that's like definitely by shouldn't be broken and like big animal traces.
Okay, and then Garver, you said you was looking for other creatures like smaller.
The actual creature or like any sort of creature that looks out of place.
Okay.
Like if I see a squirrel on a tree branch, that's normal,
Okay.
or a bird flying. But if I see like, oh, here's
Squirrel.
a mutated deer walking around in the background, that's a weird thing. Like, or
Um.
somebody in a cloak hanging out behind a tree. Except
Uh.
for Luro, I will ignore Luro if I spot
Hello,
him.
stranger.
Detect magic is what, 10 minutes?
Mm,
I
it is
I think
I'm
so.
looking at it.
correct.
So how
Right.
often are you going to try to cast that? Because I don't assume you guys are running. You know.
Yes, because that's the spell that we actually need. Forget everything
Yeah.
else.
Am I ritualing that as a possibility?
mean-
It says I
I
can't.
mean,
Good.
you could do it the first time and then maybe
Yeah.
hard cast it one or twice.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll do that way. The first time I'll start it with that, and then I'll do like I have 3 spell slots. Can I just do it 3 times, 4 times total, whatever?
Sure. Um.
It
If
only
you're
takes a minute to cast ritually, I think, right?
I thought it
Mhm.
was 10.
Well, it's the casting time for it. It's only like an action, right?
well,
it's
if
an
you're
action,
if
then
you're
ritual takes a minute.
if you're ritualing that, I believe that always takes 10.
Yeah, that's what I
Is it
thought.
always 10? I thought it was 10 for something that took 1 minute and 1 minute for things that take an action. I could be wrong,
Whatever.
but that was the way I thought it was.
It's not going to heavily impact what you guys
The
are doing
DM
at the
has
moment.
a final say. But...
So, Elise, Garbu, perception checks. Clarence, you can just do a Arcana check, just to kind of help a little bit with your detect magic, and
Oh, oops,
then
I had the other way
it
around.
could have been the
23.
23, yeah.
and
Yeah, I
then
did.
for you, Aeth, you might come across some people who are outside here and there, whether they're chopping wood or gathering, little plants or berries or any type of the stuff. Just go ahead and make a persuasion check. Okay.
16.
So,
Out of 9s.
perceptions 23 and 24, 11, but again, tactile magic. And then, okay. So, you guys, on your summoned horses, kind of go through just a little bit outside of the wooden wall, not too much directly on it. As you guys are kind of going around and surveying this. Out of curiosity, are you guys wanting to start, since you're on the left-hand side of the town, are you wanting to go clockwise or counterclockwise? It actually determines on which way you guys.
We want to end in the south, right? Do we want to start going clockwise?
Okay.
I guess
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because we want to do a full circle anyways.
I mean,
so.
yeah, you can
Go
do
clockwise.
whatever,
I would say
whatever you want.
clockwise.
Then we do that.
Okay. So as you guys go through this, you find, a couple of things here and there, but you think that might be a little bit more, probably some other types of creatures. Nothing that seems to, scream something big. You ask a couple of people, they do say that there's a little bit more sightings on the north side of village as you guys are heading in that direction. You're not detecting anything with magic. You see like very faints of like what might be like magic items here or there, but it also tends to associate with some people. You might be picking it up on some people within the town. But nothing that seems to scream, like look at me, if you will. As you guys get a little bit more on the northern side, you do see traces what looks like something was going through pretty high in the branches. Because it seems as though like the branches a little bit high seem to have fallen and are being just kind of held together, so it still kind of gives that foliage view, but you can tell like there's a good amount of branches that seem to be broken. In the little area that you guys are kind of in, it kind of just seems like all over the place. Nothing that seems to be so direct, if you will.
Mm.
Is there anybody around the north side? Like villagers or anything?
I mean, again, you get a couple here and there that might be doing some manual tasks. Some are willing to talk. Actually, I want to see some.
Any of them seem like they're doing anything sketchy, or
Most of the time, Aeth, they don't want to talk to you. Most
like
of
they're
the
willing
time.
to talk to the party, and then they see Eighth, and they're like,
That it's like seeing him kind of ends it.
Excuse me. We're just wondering what, like, one of those things are like.
Yeah, they just brush you off, or like, and again, you get every now and then, Aeth, you do get somebody who does speak to you and doesn't seem to, bat an eye, if you will. So
Walk away from the people. We're charging them double if we find the stamp thing, whatever the reward is.
so,
Did
do you
you
guys
see
do now?
any little animals?
did I see like squirrels or anything hanging out around?
Oh, you did.
When you
I
get
see that.
away from the, especially like the gate sections, you kind of tend to see a little bit more, forest-like creatures. Not, an insane amount like this town is about to be taken over by squirrels, but, basic
There's the
forest creatures.
squirrel mafia that's slowly taking over this city.
You're in their territory now, so.
Oh, like I look at the garbage. Do you see any squirrels? I was looking at other things. I can see like in the branches that there's shit fucked up there.
I saw like a few woodland creatures when we're farther from any of the gates or anything, but nearer to
Well,
the
let's
gates, there's less.
let's ask in this north area. Let's like go ask some. Let me go find a squirrel and go talk to him.
I mean, I have this, and I just kind of motion towards like the rat that pokes out of my armor periodically.
Is that
No, but
Ken?
he's like,
Know about it.
no, you don't know about it. He's like super.
It's a mix
He's like
of oh yeah, yeah.
he has like a stealth of fucking 50. You can never see
Yeah.
him.
You
Yeah.
really don't know he's
You
there.
better be careful. You keep talking about him, he's gonna stab you.
Oh,
I'm gonna
is
go
that
look.
why it always feels like itchy? Is he just like slowly just
No,
like
he doesn't
sawing
exist.
away?
You know nothing. You know nothing.
You're
I
nothing.
cast I cast speak with animals and I look up at the squirrel and I'm like, yo, down here.
Why do I-
I'll say you kind of like see a squirrel that kind of like looks and he's like, no, and he just like goes on the other side of the tree.
That was like
Does he look at
That was like the
eight
Nick
and then
Cage
he
of
starts
squirrels
moving
right
around?
there. That turn right there was like.
Can I insight check that reaction? Was it because he saw eight?
You
Did
can
he
insight.
recognize him too?
I swear to God, the squirrels hate me too. We're getting triple the reward on them.
23.
15.
I wish you rolled that 11 instead. No, you
It's
think
just
it's
a eight.
you
Yeah.
think it's just basic human or basic animal nature to not
So
really.
it's definitely eight.
At least like, oh fuck my life, I'll go fucking. You guys just. I'll be back in a bit. I turn into a fucking squirrel and I run up a tree.
Wait, I can try if you want me to try.
Oh, hey, Lou.
Sure, I'm
Sorry.
sure you can like ask the squirrel if they like the animals if they've seen some big ass creature moving to the tree tops. I'm gonna go do the squirrel thing anyway because I think it's fun. But you can go ask them as well.
Okay.
I turn into a squirrel and I go look for squirrels.
He just kind of like hops off the horse and he just kind of like starts
Wait, he
speaking.
had a horse as well?
Yeah, sure.
He was
Sorry,
on
he's
he
already
was
partnered.
on with one of you guys.
I mean, he can have a separate horse. I don't care.
So,
At least
but
could have summoned 8 of them.
he just seems to be talking normal. And you guys have seen this before when he spoke to creatures. He just still talks normal as when you hear Elise does it. Like she speaks in like that animal noise. Let's see.
Hey, Garbu, I got a question for you.
He
Yeah.
this squirrel doesn't even want to talk to him. He's just, but why? And then like a nut flies and he's like, ow, that hurt.
That's like the. Oh, that's like the.
I'll hold out my dragon jar for him to take a drink of the healing potion.
Like that one cartoon.
No, I'm
What was it?
okay.
And
That
then I'll put it
squirrel,
in the bowl.
he's mean.
He's a dick.
What's that
I
cartoon?
think he thought you were trying to steal his nuts or something, probably. Maybe his name's Scrat.
I don't know.
Damn it! Why did I laugh?
I say.
Okay, me as
There's no
squirrel, at
icebergs.
least I've made my way away from the people. I'm like looking for squirrels. And I'm like, yo, what up? Squirrel brothers from another mother.
Sure. So,
Hip hop.
you talk to them. What do you say? And go ahead and roll like 2d20s for me.
Sure. First I'll roll, and then regardless, I don't care. I'm just gonna roll 4 and 5. Hell yeah, let's fucking go. I say to this girls, yo, we're looking for some nasty ass big thing that's apparently going around here, and we're like trying to figure out what it is. See it?
They seem not interested in having a conversation with you at all as they're going around
These are some
scavenging
racist
for
squirrels.
scavenging for
They're
food.
anti-human or humanoid. These are anti-humanoid squirrels.
Since as a squirrel I can talk to other things, I'm like, okay, well, fuck you squirrels. I'm gonna look for other animals around and be like, go talk to them instead.
Okay. As you're doing that, guys, what are you doing?
I think Ace said he wanted to talk to Garbu.
Well, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So technically, I own the house that's burnt down in Eastbourne. What if I gave you the property instead?
Like, what do you mean?
I just mean, so I give you the property for you and your mother and father in case you reconnect with them.
I don't know if they're looking to leave Beaumont currently, especially with the last conversation. But won't you and your family need it once we figure out where they are?
If I do find them, I have no interest of living here.
Will they?
I don't know. I hope not.
Maybe you should hang on to it until you find out.
I really don't want
We can think about it. I just don't know. It seems like it would probably be a while before I could get my parents over here.
I don't think even if we do find this, anything's gonna change. And I have no interest in mending the bridge if they're just gonna treat me like this.
I don't really want to live in a city that doesn't like my friend either, though.
Well, you could always burn down the house. That could probably piss them off.
I think that's already happened once.
Good
Wow.
point. Or we could turn it into a brothel.
Isn't it still in a burnt down state?
Good point.
Turning it into something would take at least a few days' work. And the material would be the big issue, I think. I mean, I
Yeah,
could do a lot of things, but like I need the material there to be able to.
and here they won't sell it here really.
I mean, we could get it from just and I motion around to the forest, but like,
Yeah. Well, some of the stuff that we can't get in the forest for material, they might not be willing to sell.
as long as we have metal and wood, I can make a lot of things.
Well, we could ask Clarence and Elisa what they think about that idea.
Up to you. It's your house, even if it has bad memories.
It has bad memories, but I'm just so angry right now how they've been treating me. It's almost as if they're blaming me for living and surviving.
Might have less to do with blaming you and more so to do with blaming the Blades of Light who you sided with. It
Well,
might
what would
be
they
less
have?
of a
What would they rather have me do then? Stay here, blinded,
probably.
unable to see, unable to move, and be dead in a year?
Yeah, I mean, but that's not the best circumstance.
No,
But that
that's their problem.
probably is what they would have preferred. They probably do view it like you betrayed them by going and joining the Blades of Light. Because you said they didn't come to help when the thing happened, when
The
the
problem
attack
is
happened, right?
both Zepham and Eastbourne had to worry about them. Because if they would have went, they would have attacked Zepham. So, but they don't fucking.
Do you know for a fact that they would have attacked Zeetham if they didn't go for Eastbourne?
Wildstar was the one that told me they were. The Blades of Light were worried if they would have went, it would have left Zepham defenseless. So that's probably would have attacked Zepham.
I don't know if I'd be able to do that. I don't think I can insight check Wildstar through something Aeth is telling me. No. But that's just what he believed, though. There might not even be evidence towards that without. I'm not saying it's anyone's fault or anything. I'm just saying the people here probably don't think about it in the way that you think about it, where they were doing things for the greater good. They probably just think about it in the way as they abandoned us in our time of need.
Maybe, but how they act afterwards is entirely their own fault, not Blaze of Light's.
Yeah. It's more of a reactionary stance that they took.
Hmm. Part of me was kind of hoping it was a beholder.
Could be. I look up at the broken branches that Elise had pointed out. I don't really know what a beholder looks like, but bees can fly, so maybe it can fly too.
Would I know what a beholder is?
No.
I mean, it holds bees, it's in the name.
I. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, probably. I don't know. Maybe they're toxic bees that kill.
I mean,
That.
there's
I think we saw
this
a drawing of it on the warrant.
there's descriptions that people can read about, other type of creatures. Um,
Yeah.
it's kind of like one of those. It's not often seen, but it's like there is clear evidence of their existence. Um, for you, Aeth, personally, you would have never encountered or probably ever actually like looked up that type of information before. Garbu might be one of the closest ones, just do a little bit more of a religious aspect of it.
I can roll a religion check to see if I ever heard of this.
Here we go. Intelligence. It's great at these.
1.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nope. Yeah, I think they hold bees. Like, it's in the name.
Hmm.
Pretty clear,
Well,
right?
you know,
Like, you
probably.
wouldn't name something like the frog keeper if it didn't keep frogs. So, like, you wouldn't name it the bee holder if it didn't hold bees, right? It makes
So
sense.
wouldn't that be a person?
I mean, anything can hold a bee if it's able to, like, hold on to things. What if it just keeps them, like, in its mouth and then it, like, opens its mouth and just, like, a bunch of bees come out?
But bees die if
Clarence
they
is
sting,
listening
so-
to this whole conversation, by the way.
Well, what
Because you're just back here with us.
Clarence, what are you listening to them? Are you watching
I was
Luro?
gonna say something about the bees thing, but then I was just like, yeah, I'm probably listening to them because that's what I've actually been doing.
What do you think, Clarence? Brothel in Eastbourne? Business not do well?
I guess I think it would depend on the owner and the horse and a lot of things, man. We don't run businesses.
That's true. We don't run business.
My parents did.
Can I ask what
helped
that
out.
is?
Is that Luro?
Yes.
That's
What a business is? A business is like a place where you like make or like do a service or like you sell things or like my parents took other people's junk and then I would sometimes repurpose that and sometimes some of those things could be sold. A lot of times it just kind of sat in the yard. It was like
So
maybe 90% of the time.
you guys are looking to start up a business here?
no. It's more or less just seeing what would upset the town as much as possible
Why
with that. The
why
old
would you
house.
want to upset them?
They don't like him and he
Yeah, for no reason really.
kind of out of retaliation doesn't like them back.
That's not
Which is
nice.
understandable. They don't like him because when the town got burned down, he didn't stay in town because he was dying, and he went up to Zetham, and
It
yeah,
wasn't like dying. It was
he
they
was
took
more or
the
less
injured.
mostly dead. But
Yeah, they took the injured and nearly dying to Zephyr to try and either help them recover or make their suffering easier on them.
It is that what you actually think? Why? I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that information is not.
Yeah, yeah. No, he's just that's what he thinks happens. It's like, they probably took him there, and then some of the other towns.
No, because they told you the actual reason why they don't like you was because you
Oh, no,
joined.
he knows why.
Oh, okay, that's what I wanted to make sure.
No, it was
they
when
told
he
him
got
it was
taken.
because he joined the Blades of Light. Did I know this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, then I would have pushed what I
He
was
was more.
saying even
I
farther.
was more saying
and
like
said,
why he got taken to Zephyr originally.
Okay, I always want to clarify, make
yeah,
sure.
they don't like him because he joined a group of people who they don't like.
Stay close with Bolt. So, yeah, and because I joined the Blades of Light, they didn't like that.
We also know that these guys want a monarchy, so there's that as well.
They
He just-
want it, but then as soon as they
He
get it,
just
they'll
kind
hate
of.
it.
It almost seems like he's just kind of like zoned out a little bit and just kind of like looking around some more. Elise, over
You can
this
probably talk to the horses if you want.
over this course of time, as a good amount, a couple of minutes have gone by. you get some sort of understanding that not often, but there is something that they just kind of started staying clear of, and they can hear it from when it starts getting close, the sound of branches breaking as it goes through.
Does any of the creatures know where it comes from? Because it must originate from somewhere, no?
They
Like
see
a
it.
cardinal direction.
They see it more where it comes from, kind of like the northwestern section. That's where at least it tends to come from, and then they kind of scatter, and then they don't really come back until a good bit of time.
Like, so as I figured it out at the end of that conversation, I just pop out of scroll form, like right next to them, and I'm like, so, got anything?
No.
So how do we know this isn't just a squirrel turning into a lease?
A squirrel threw a nut
Because
at
you're all fucking
Luro.
idiots, and I wouldn't, like, with the squirrel swear at you and call you idiots for, like, let's see. Where should I start on the
What
list of
is
stupid
one?
things you've done? Drown in blood, drown in the ocean, build a sandcastle while someone is drowning in the ocean, find an urn and be like, hey, I'm gonna open this even though it's wrapped really well. I mean, what more do you want?
So what did you find?
I mean,
Oh,
those
apparently it comes
scores
from
are
like sort of the
quite.
northwest.
They're quite mean.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of like, I think they just, I don't know, maybe the people here are rude to them. I don't know, but
We were mean,
Try
or they're
offering
mean?
them anything?
Oh,
I mean, they seem to be pretty.
he was saying that the squirrels were mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And I said,
yeah.
and I was just probably like maybe the people are mean to them. Anyway, like it seems to be coming from the northwest, and then they sort of like scatter, and it's something that goes through the branch and goes like zooming around.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I guess like whatever it is, it's like, should we go take a nap, recharge our spells and shit, and then go hunt for it tomorrow?
Sure, why not? Do that. That's not a bad idea.
Also, why the fuck do squirrels like save up so many fucking nuts in the tree? I came like past the tree, and like the entire fucking tree is filled with nuts. I'm like, what the fuck? Why?
Hibernation.
Do squirrels hibernate? I look
Yeah,
up
you
as I
think
can still
they're
as I can
currency?
still speak with animals. I look up at like one of the squirrels. I like to shout in the distance. Do squirrels hibernate?
I mean, they don't necessarily, but they try to stock food.
Yeah, but I'm asking the squirrels, not you, Lero. Sorry,
Oh,
I was trying to get the squirrels.
It's okay, Luro.
It's alright.
It's
It's
okay.
alright.
I'm just asking. I'm asking them directly just to double check. Does anyone shout back at me?
When you were turned into a squirrel, did you have like a primal urge to hide them or anything?
No, don't really have primal urges.
you hear like it sounds like a distant echo. It's just no.
Okay, they don't.
I was just expecting
Huh.
like an answer like, "These are mine. Get your own."
Yeah, fuck off.
Well,
I was just shouting like, fuck
it-
off, I have all the
I
nuts.
thought they would say that too. Fuck
My-
off.
But
I
then,
mind that.
My be a dick roll wasn't high enough or low enough, so
yeah.
Damn it!
And then I just
Minus
shout,
it.
and then I shout, oh fuck, he would understand me, no, I can't do that. Oh wait, but I could troll someone else. Easy Elite gets like a look on her face and just shouts it to the floor, like, I mean, no, wait, no, they can't hear, they can hear it now. Fuck, I should have done that as a scroll. Should have trolled someone. Should have said like, that guy has all the nuts, and then I'll swarm him. Anyway, so yeah, that's a lead at least that it comes from northwest.
Yeah.
And it flies through the trees. So whatever it is, it's something that flies, hovers
we
through trees.
See if we spot it outside then tonight.
What if we fly at the same level that it was? Like, what if you summon eagles
An
and
eagle
try
can't
to-
fly in the trees like that.
Oh.
It has
What if we
that's
fly like over the trees and try to look down at the trail or something?
I mean, you could also just look in that direction.
It's not flying
Oh.
that high, but it's.
I mean,
staying in the
regardless, I
tree
can't
line.
do it today
Or
anymore.
if we follow it from down here, possibly?
Yeah, but We
Or
can figure that
tomorrow?
out tomorrow because like today I can't do shit.
Yeah, I don't want to figure that out tomorrow.
I
They
mean,
don't
we
want us to go back in town. Do you want to camp out here?
I'll just dimension door into the town.
well, we just find the room, tell you where the room is, then you dimension it in. How about that?
Yeah, I'll just do that.
All right. This town was
Alright.
pretty dead, right? Otherwise,
We
Looks at
could
the end.
also make like
In
a
terms
little...
of activity or people,
yeah, stuff and shit.
I mean, it's still heavy, pass by, but just like the other one that you guys at Shermway, it's it's a town that's trying to become a decent spot that people would stop by to trade or do whatever and keep going or whatever.
Oh.
We could stop
Yeah.
by. We could maybe like set up a little hut at your old house and stay
mean,
there
does-
for the night
do you
if
think-
you'd prefer.
I mean, I look at the eight, like, do you, like, I mean, I know it's your thing to say, but like, I don't really know if you want to like sleep in the burnt out
I
remains
don't
of your house.
mind what you guys have for a choice.
I don't know what would be easiest for you. Oh,
I mean, the easiest thing for him would be to like we just find the room and he teleports in because
do you
if we
feel
go in,
comfortable dimension dooring into a room in the tavern? Are you familiar enough with that?
I mean, it's like Illy just stares at everyone, by the way, and then goes, "Can't you just change how you look so you don't look like you?"
Sure, hang on.
Just look like Bolt or something.
I don't think
don't
they
like
like
both.
him either.
I mean, I can always
Oh.
use a disguise kit.
I can
you
just
should look like
describe
some-
myself.
Just
Damn
look some
it.
random as human.
Okay, I look like some random ass human with a big old beard and a bald spot on the top of the head.
Easy enough.
Very specific.
I mean, like now it looks like we picked up some homeless dude.
Yeah,
So if anyone asks
To
us
be
anything,
fair,
so
that
the
wouldn't
story,
be...
right?
Well, now
that
we're
we've-
going in the north gate, and before we were on the west gate, so
Yeah, exactly.
they might not even. It might not be the same guards, you know.
Yeah, and if they ask us about it, we found some random fucking dude and he's now our homie. So
Yeah, we just found a random guy out in the woods.
yeah, we're just taking care of
Perfectly
him.
fine.
Is his
I wanna
name Bell?
change- I want to change
Bertrand.
into
Yeah,
I
what
want
are
to
you gonna
change
change
into
to?
eighth, but with a mustache.
Oh Jesus.
Like I look at him. I'm like, are you trying to get yourself kicked out of town?
Well, you're a
Yes.
really short AF with a mustache.
Dang it, I forgot. I'm keeping
Almost
it. I
looks
don't
like
care.
a dwarf with no beard and only a mustache.
Wow,
Like you can't see that.
I can't
Nope.
see it.
You cannot. see.
So
I
No.
just look at it. You just hear Elise go, motherfucker.
what did he do?
You're just short. This doesn't look that good.
I am short.
Like, you know what the problem is though? Like, if you get kicked out of town, you're like out of town. You can. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, but I'll just change into somebody else.
Yeah, but then they will know that.
There's not-
Then they will be like, who else is like changed?
Who else?
Like,
is-
am I the
could
only
change
person
their
with like,
appearance
like,
that's
you're
also 3 feet
supposed to be
tall?
the smart person.
Dang it. I don't have wisdom, though.
Yeah, but you're still intelligent, right?
What if
Well-
instead you just like stay yourself?
Intelligence would be like trying to dress as AF is not a good idea.
Dang it.
Wisdom is just like they won't
Realizing
really
it's a bad idea to dress.
they won't really
Fine.
care.
I'll drop it when we get close. But I kind of want to walk around like this for a minute.
Okay. you
It
want to- you
looks
want to-
absolutely
like-
hilarious. It looks like somebody still like it's just like the when you take something tall and you just shrink it, but the width kind of stays. It's
I look at
it's
eight.
mini-me.
8, you should like grow a mustache. It looks absolutely good on you.
Well, it looks
Can't
good
grow
on a
big, though.
short version of you.
Yeah.
I want to do like an eighth impression, like how he walks. I'll just be like, I was a guard. rah."
You need to
I
you need
will.
a cane if you're gonna pull that off.
Oh, yeah. I was a guard. Sorry.
He also has
Yeah.
less eyes than that.
Out of
All right, now we're going too
Wow.
far.
for
Wow.
SAOG, can you roll me a performance check?
Roll high. Legend 20, please. Need it. I need it in my life.
Where's performance?
Do it.
Guidance. Oh, dang it, I
9.
didn't say it in time.
You said
Uh,
guidance.
I have to say it
Eh.
before you roll.
Hold on. I got this.
Fashion
this one.
genius.
Yep.
Plastic genius. Oh my god.
13.
it
There
looks.
you go.
It looks like It's one of those It's like he's trying too hard, but that might actually make it more hilarious than what it is. So
Oh my god.
you
Glad I'm
can
blind, I can't
you
see
can
this.
you can Oh, I know a very good scene. It's like from early on in Encanto where the son dresses up like his father, but it's just really short. That's funny. All right, so you guys, after mocking Aeth a little bit more, go to the north gate, head in without any sort of issues or anything like that, and you can find a relatively cheap tavern, as they're all about the same ish. There's like maybe 3 or 4, and that's about it.
All right.
So, for depending on how many rooms you guys want, just a silver piece, or just one silver piece for like the whole thing.
I'll take care of this one.
Thanks, AF.
It's not 8 anymore.
Oh, I changed back when we got close.
Oh.
You-
Flex Clarence.
You said Aeth, and everybody's just like, where?
Yeah, the
Pitchforks comes out and torches.
I really just want to, when they do that, just change into mini 8th and go fire with my cane up.
Anyways, so who's all taking rooms and with whom?
Do me and Clarence.
You want to be my
Nice.
buddies?
Yeah.
All right.
You said we could get 4 rooms, right? What if we give Luro his own, and then like the other 2 get their own, and then we just share one?
Lyra, do you want your own room, or you want a room with the boys?
I don't. It doesn't matter, I guess.
You ever
Okay.
slept on a bed?
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I have before.
You want like your own bed, or do you want to like share a bed with someone?
I can do whatever. I can sleep on the floor too.
Let's give him his own room, I think.
Sure.
Alright.
All right.
Time to crash.
So,
Yeet
Uh,
into bed.
does anybody do anything?
I'll have a drink. Tavern.
You have any sandings left?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to try the thing?
You already have a coin if you want it.
What thing?
Oh, I don't need him to use it. I thought like since
No,
I
No.
he's
No, you have it.
he's
The
imbued.
coin, you just.
Yeah, he's in.
I'll
He
say the activation was that you have to look at the coin and say poop,
Penis.
and
I
then
thought it
it'll.
worked like a scroll.
stupid.
Sorry.
no.
No,
you
it's
have
just.
to-
It's.
I would have programmed in some activation phrase or some way, like maybe you bang it on the ground to activate it or something. Like I would have set the condition that activates the coin, and then the spell goes off, and you're using the spell.
In-
Does that make sense?
in a very also simple term, it's like he made a scroll just for you to use.
Okay, and that's
Except
what I
you
was
don't have
double-
to read the scroll. You just have to activate the spell.
Yeah, and which he would have told you how it can be extremely easy. So when you go to do it, it's only, you're the one doing it. No spell slots, being used or anything.
Do you want to be a little more charismatic to talk to your dad?
Yeah, but I'd rather have you guide me a little bit, and then I can make myself charismatic.
Guidance.
I don't even know if it's like he's not gonna reply.
Well, if you're convincing enough, he might.
Oh, all right. Let's...
And it probably also depends what you say to him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
Makes
All
sense.
right. Ready? I'm gonna sit down, and I'm gonna say, "Wait, can I just imagine that like the coin's activation is like biting it?
Sure.
I'm gonna bite the coin. I'm gonna go, hey, Dad. Not sure why you didn't talk to Garbu. He's my friend. This is your son, Clarence. Miss you. Where are you at? Bye.
Roll a persuasion.
With advantage.
And guidance. It's gonna be 2 nat ones or something, knock on wood.
You're
Oh,
joking. There's
why
no shot.
would you say
That's
that?
what it was.
Guidance.
No, that's what it was before on the persuasions.
You have guidance and flash of genius to try.
Let's go. Hey, what's good? Oh, that's a 2.
9. You can get up to a
9.
13
We'll get
total.
to a 17. I'm gonna use it. I'm just getting to my features tab.
Okay.
You need to
That's
get the luck
hilarious.
feat.
Yeah, you
Uh,
need the luck feat really
Oh,
bad.
actually, no. Can I? No.
Do you want to use it?
I
Is-
just
I mean, if there's anything you want to use it on, it would be this.
Fine. I'm using it. I'm using
Come
it.
on.
I'm using it. Do I just roll a
Come
d20 or do you
on.
want me to roll another persuasion?
Because also how bad you are at this, I will allow this next one to as well have advantage, and you can do you will add the same guidance that you have with the flash of genius.
So
Wait.
you're adding 6 on top of whatever you roll.
Sick.
Come on, that's 20. That's 20.
Oh
Hey!
my god!
Wow!
Oh,
Nice. Coming in
46.
clutch.
I would have liked it better if it was just 1 higher than before, but the nat 20 is great.
Dude, I would have been so sad.
Well, he did roll one higher than before.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
did.
That's why I was saying it, because I see the 8.
well,
Whew.
all right.
Thank you, DM.
I mean, he obtained this magical feat himself, so.
I gotta take it out of my bags now. Hold on.
So, there's a good moment pause where you kind of even ask Garbu for a second, like, does this even work? Did it even work? And then you get a message back. You show signs of potential, but you're not releasing it. Is there a problem? Do you have an issue? I need to see more of it. And that's it.
I think my dad's a bad guy.
He think he's a bad guy?
I just kidding. That was really ominous, though. And then I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna replay that to Garbu. What do you think he's talking about? He didn't even say hi.
What I know about Clarence's whole, like, when he's close to death, the, like, sometimes a little more, like, chaotic things happen around him or anything?
I told you one time
that-
in
okay.
session, but I don't know that I've told you a lot.
I don't think you went into too much detail. I think you were just like, something happened.
Yeah.
I'm going to say because of the fact of the history that you have also with him, it's not often it seems as though it really happens when he tends to get extremely emotional about something. But a lot of these times here recently, um, it's been kind of hard for you to focus as either you're heavy into something where he is reacting to what's happening to you. Um, so on some past or in some recent events, it might be kind of hard for you to pick up on them, but I would say you've seen it very little. Like if he, for an example, if it happened 20 times, you might have seen it maybe 3 times. That again, when he does tend to get heavily emotional about something, some weird stuff starts to happen.
The potential to me sounds like it could either be about possibly like your inventions or possibly about some of your more reactionary abilities.
Oh, you mean the like episodes?
Yeah, I think it would be one of those two,
Well, that's not. That doesn't
possibly.
ever benefit me in any way. It's always bad stuff, like headaches and stomach aches and blowing up parts of towns. Anyway,
That did
I
happen once.
it did happen once.
The I mean the blowing up would probably be the part that the potential would be referring to less than the headaches. And the headaches were those not related to like your belly demon?
No, the headache was when we were inside of the prison after we got arrested when the Kinku was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would either be that or possibly the inventions. I think it's probably hard to read with without more context.
Do I know anything about my dad in House Atreides? As far as like back in the day when he used to work? Because I knew he worked for the guild. We had talked about that, but
um,
like I don't know.
you haven't done a lot of projects with him, but you know both your parents were into stuff. Your mother was more, I guess, passive with some of her projects as they never seemed to be so like secretive, but
Mm.
you hardly know almost anything at all about what your father has worked on. There's been like maybe 2 or 3 times where he's like took something small to try to incorporate you on something. Um, but most of the time you were never there or like with him when he is somewhere else doing his stuff.
To be honest, I don't know which one it is, but I mean he was always a great engineer, artificer, whatever you want to call it. He was always the best at that, and I didn't get to see him do it much because he was really not there that much. Honestly, that's why like he wasn't home when the thing with mom happened, and then yeah. What do you think we should do?
Maybe you could try to talk to him again and I it sounded like what exactly did he say? He said something like Clarence wasn't ready, right?
Not living up to his full
He
to his
wasn't living up
potential,
to his full potential.
and he needs to see more.
Well, you gotta wait till level 9, because that's when I get my next artificer slots.
Mm, I don't think it's that what he's talking about.
I don't either, but I'm hoping it's.
I know what it's talking about. I mean, but I'm not there.
Hey, hey, do you want to explode? Don't roll the wrong number on a D100. Oh, man. Hey, I've been meaning to ask you, are you doing okay with the whole Ma and Pa thing?
No, I'm worried about them, worried that maybe they might be in trouble for what I did and they Pa might be angry at me still. kind of scared to send them a message in case either of those is true.
Look, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Um, but I think Pa still loves you. He's just sometimes people get stuck in their ways and they can't see change is sometimes good. And honestly, I think you should at least let him know that you still love him, no matter what their opinion is and no matter what your opinion is.
Yeah. Hey, I'll maybe send them a message in the morning, or maybe not, because we might need those if we're fighting something that has bees coming out of its mouth. That sounds a little scary. I mean, we fought bigger things, but like, what if the bees can come out and like sting you, and then the sting hurts really bad?
I have this like weird feeling that one of us is going to be allergic.
Do we know if we're allergic? Like,
Definitely 8.
Yeah, go grab my EpiPen.
Like I feel like 8 like won the
I
lottery of
have
like
it right
bad
here, and
stuff.
I hold up my hand like with lesser restoration prepared.
Was so close to give it to one of his family members too. That's the worst part.
Lesser restoration is a. It would work, wouldn't it, if someone was having an allergic reaction? And get rid of poisoning and disease.
I think
Will
that
Neither of
would
allergic
those
be.
are.
reaction kind of count under poisoning?
I think that would be pretty good in terms of trying to counter, as long as the person's still not like if you were hypothetically allergic to bees and you just hung around all the bees and somebody cast that on you, I think it would go away, but like it would obviously come back. But
Yeah.
I think
If you get like stung and then it gets cast on you, you should be good.
you'd be
Even if you have
fine.
Right.
Now, if it was like here's like cure wounds for an example, I think it would be like a few seconds if you're still heavily in there. Like it'll give you a momentary relief before it comes back, unless you seek some sort of treatment. Anyways, not to get into a medical side of
Okay,
D and
so
D.
I know beholders have nothing to do with bees, but like out of character, do we need to roll to see if we have any allergies, or like would that just be something we define in our backstory
That's
if
just
we wanted to have them?
that's something
Okay,
that you define.
okay, I
I'm
don't
allergic to
know.
maple syrup.
I
I've never
mean,
played a character where I threw in an allergy, so I wasn't sure if that was like
that's in.
anything that could come up at some point. Like, oh, you developed a peanut allergy between
Oh
your
God.
travels.
I mean, like
During your travel.
again, it
I mean the worst.
some of this stuff is just adds good effects and storylines for things. Like if you were afraid, well, not afraid, but like allergic to horses, like it would be interesting how you try to cope adventuring not using any sort of horses and stuff like that. So,
Use an ass or a donkey.
and see,
Or
would
you're
it,
allergic to cats and one of the party members is a tabaxi.
yeah. Like again, it adds interesting flavors and
Shave
chats,
bald.
but
But then like would you really allergic to it actually just because it's a cat-like creature? Because like the reason why you're allergic to cats because it's mostly there's
Well,
saliva.
it's the cat dander that you're normally allergic to, right? So
Yeah,
like,
but
is
do
tabaxi
wouldn't the
dander the
vaccine have the
same thing
same?
as cat dander?
Yeah,
What
exactly.
if
That's
you're a
the question.
tabaxi
My
and you're also allergic to cats?
so anyways, as
okay,
we definitely
we're
gotta
very off track.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
That
any
that'd be a
I'll
great
probably
new character.
I can send them a message, maybe.
all right. Anything else anybody doing tonight?
I'll send them a message at some point, probably after Clarence has gone to sleep, if he doesn't just stay up watching for me to do it.
You're good. Have some privacy, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'll
doing anything.
send- Or, hey,
Okay.
you got anything else?
I'm probably just sitting at the bar, getting eating some food. I guess whatever they got for food.
Just as an old man, just
Um,
yeah, hit me up.
throw about
One more serving.
just 4 copper pieces. And that gets you, some. If you're looking for alcohol, it's extremely cheap. Kind of sucks a little bit, but it does its job. Food, it's okay, especially getting, late.
Yeah. I think I'm just sitting down there.
Okay. So, were you going to send the message now, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
And Clarence, did you stay in the room? Did you just go to sleep?
I think he just went to sleep.
Okay.
Just sleeping. Look, this is my game to be a fantasy of getting a full night's rest. Okay, so let's just that's the whole
That
game for me.
is fantasy, just so you know.
Yes. Oh,
I'll
I
cast
buddy,
silence on that side
Oh
of the
my
room
god,
so
no
that he can
kidding.
sleep more soundly. Well, maybe he needs the noise, actually. Maybe that would be a bad thing. I won't cast the silence. Some people need noise.
I do. I do.
I'll cast sending. I guess I don't need to mark off the spell, really. I have 2 spell slots left. 1/3 and 1/4. I'll cast sending first to Ma. Hi, Ma. I hope you're okay. I hope I didn't cause too much trouble. Is Pa really angry at me? I love you guys, and talk
Miss,
again
miss you.
sometime.
Dang it.
um. Yes, he still loves you, hon. He's just stubborn, and he just wants you to grow up to be a fine young man that he knows you can be. Mm, Sometimes that might be different for others than what he, and kind of eventually trickles off and gets cut off.
I'll cast one to Pa as well. Hi, Pa. I hope you're not too angry. You guys can have the horse and carriage we left there. I love you. I'm sorry. Miss you.
I hope you're doing okay, son. Sorry I was a bit, and you can hear him kind of, in a weird way, cough a little bit. I just want to see you doing what's right. But I'll take care of the horses. They actually kind of help a little bit. Be safe.
I got nothing else, but Gargu will just kind of go to bed crying a little bit.
Okay. Um, Clarence. Roll me a.
I was tempted to cast Calm Emotions to stop myself from crying as I try to go to sleep, but
Just roll me a Constitution check.
Oh no.
He got murdered.
Hey, it's average 10.
Average.
So you know, when you started to sleep, it seemed pretty relaxing, not having this pent up frustration that's been inside you for a good while now. Um, it feels, in a weird way, it almost feels like you have space. Think about it where for a good while, it almost felt like you were always feeling like you were stuck in a very small box. And I think you would have some sort of knowledge that it might just be because the fact that Lynn was also, occupying your body, that it, two souls, if you will, almost like also trying to control the same vessel. Like it felt very crowded. But now you feel that relief that you're not, like, again, in a close like space. For a moment while you sleep, it actually feels like you're just in a giant open room with so much space. And it's starts off pretty good, but then you kind of toss and turn a little bit. It seems as though that room that you went to when you experienced a lot of that flashback, if you will, kind of gives you a little bit of nightmares here and there. As the room is dark, it's just really kind of messes with you a little bit. And you kind of like wake up just for a moment as you're trying to look around, kind of sweating a little bit, and you hear muffling sound coming from next door, the one that Lura is in.
Am I like staying awake?
It's up to you. I mean, you could go back to sleep. It's just like one of those, you wake up and it's just like, is it too hot? Is it just whatever I was dreaming about? Try to go back to
Burrow's
sleep.
radioing
You-
into home base.
you might,
I
like-
got him here.
You might like get a drink of water or something, It's up to you
Can
if you.
Can I cast disguise self on myself and walk out in the hallway? And I want to look like Garbill.
Okay. You kind of still are slightly groggy-ish, but you disguise self as a kobold, which same height, actually really works. And you kind of go
I
out
think
into the
I'm about
hall.
a foot shorter, but
Yeah,
disguise
you
self
can you
does let
can
you.
do a foot. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do very little height adjustments, but when a dwarf wants to be a Goliath,
I want to knock on Lura's door and do my best Garbu impression. Is everything okay in there? I
Uh, you hear like a faint voice, and then you hear Laura. Yes. Make a deception check.
dang it.
You got this. It's deception.
Not a one.
Yes. Everything is okay. Sorry if I'm being too. And it just kind of like stops for a second. You hear like a more very quiet mumbling sound.
I'll go, Luro, it's actually Clarence, but I have assassins trying to kill me, so I have to pretend to be other people sometimes. That's actually real. Like, I'm not making that part up. Are you okay? Did you have a bad dream?
You you hear as the door like almost sounds like it's starting to open, but then it gets slammed shut. And it's just, yes, everything is fine. Just please go back to sleep. I would say kind of just from this close you can hear. Luo, if you don't open this door, I will kill you next.
Oh, sick! Invisibility.
Would I hear the slamming of the door, considering that I'm never really asleep and I have 21 passive perception?
I sleep downstairs.
No, you're in your room. This is like really, this is like late,
Doesn't
and
matter to me.
well, I would say that you potentially could. It's not uncommon even for people to be going in and out. Not heavy traffic, but
You ever
you kn-
stayed in a motel?
Yeah.
so it's
I
kind of
mean,
one
you're
of
still a
those.
bit curious.
It's still one of those I think you would overlook unless attention was drawn to it. I think you would play it off.
But wouldn't I hear Clarence talk as well? Since he's like,
He whispered.
He was whispering.
was he whispering? Okay. Like,
You
I
heard
guess
like
he did.
a botched Garbu impression. Very
If
botched.
you could.
And then
I know where everybody's rooms are.
you probably couldn't even tell it was
Yeah,
supposed to be
it
Garbu. You
would.
just heard like a weird voice
You
in the
you
hallway,
wouldn't.
and then a door slam.
And plus, again, you won't. You guys won't always have like rooms right next to each other. By the way,
Yeah.
Cold.
um, but yeah, you would know where everybody's room is. This is one of those where you guys would at least like, Elise is over there, Ace right here, we're over here. Like you would
No,
at
I'm
least
fine.
know.
Like, I'm just
Yeah.
asking like if I would hear the door. So if no, then no, then that's fine.
I'm gonna go. You can't kill me, idiot! And then I'm gonna knock on everybody's door very lightly as I like move slightly further away from the door. Like
Including
obviously
the one
Garbu,
I'm in?
Eighth,
Okay.
yeah, all three.
Okay. I think Elise would catch up on that pretty easily. Garbu and Aeth, you guys make a
I have a
general.
pretty high passive.
Well, just make a general
I would
Constitution
fall into
check
that. Pretty heavy sleep.
because you guys are sleeping. I need to see if you're going to
Does
stay
high
asleep.
mean heavier sleep or does low mean heavier sleep?
High means
That's
you're sleeping. Because low is where you're not like. Low is where you're not sleeping good and you can pick up
I
on
did
things.
cry myself to sleep, so one might make the argument
Maybe
that
you're-
I'm not
maybe you're
sleeping that
exhausted.
well. Yeah.
Exhausted sleep. But
Well,
then you like
I
sleep
don't
like
have
that.
to be exhausted, but
No,
I
but
have
that's
a
you know
lot
what
on
I
my
mean.
head.
I like open the door. I'm like, what?
I'm trying to give reason for me to have disadvantage on this, so my roll would be lower.
Yeah, like I just open the door and I say what, and I look around.
Well, he's
Clarence.
invisible. You don't see him.
Yeah, exactly. Is Clarence like responding to me opening the door saying what?
I guess not.
I think he's like, what can he hear us? Or she's just like,
Clarence. Okay, yeah,
He
but
responds to
you
me, like-
wasn't responding.
Did
Yeah,
I wake up?
Did you?
I don't think you did. I think you both of you are still asleep.
Garbu and Aeth are still
Anyway.
asleep, but you do see Elise as she opens the door and like what, but doesn't see anything.
Can you check Laurel's room, please? As the,
Okay,
like, a stage
I
whisper,
just like, I like, walk up to the room, shut the
No,
door
I meant-
open. I mean, he did ask you to check on his room.
I know.
Immediate dagger to the throat, probably.
Oh.
Just shank.
You you go to try to open his door and it's locked.
I'm like, I just like, bang on the door. I'm like,
to him.
I just like, Lyra, what's up? I got cats here.
Hold on, I'll be right there. Just give me a moment, please.
But they're running away. You need to come now.
Just one moment, please.
Help! I like, I wink. I look back and I wink, and I just then look at the door again.
It's still locked. You don't
Oh,
hear a lot of movement noise, if you will.
I just like I like whisper back. I'm like, open the fucking door, you idiot.
You want me to use my lockpicks?
Yes.
Yes.
I could fabricate the door into non-existence.
Yeah, but you're not
Alright.
there.
You're still sleeping.
Quit
It
bragging,
would also take
Garbu.
2 minutes.
Yeah, I could also thunder wave the door, but that's fucking pointless, isn't it now?
Just do it.
I can dimension door
No.
into the room.
I
Alright,
could
so
shatter it.
anyways, if you're going to try to
You all
lockpick,
suck.
go ahead.
What
And,
is my? How does it work?
Just
Is it
open it
agility?
immediately. This is our chance to
Um,
kill the assassin.
this is just roll a d20, and it's your dexterity modifier
Dexterity.
and your
Okay.
proficiency.
Okay.
So you could just roll your dexterity plus,
Okay, yeah.
because I think that would,
3 at the moment. Dexterity plus 3.
yeah.
It would be a 20.
20.
Okay. So you,
God.
these rooms are not that, again, it's a cheap tavern, so the rooms is not going to be that hard to try to pick open. As you kind of like go to get started, you're 2 seconds in and you're already like halfway done. And then
Telling me this isn't the most secure door on the entire continent?
And that you need a 30 to open.
yeah, I'm sorry, we're not another really famous voice actors who have issues with doors.
Yeah.
You guys
That's
tend to
difficult.
break all the doors, so
Yeah, because we like if lockpick don't work brute force, they're just like, oh well, guess the lockpick didn't work. I guess we have to go somewhere else. I'm like, anyway,
I mean, to be fair, I think most of it's being stealthy. But anyways,
fuck stealthy.
as you
Fuck
open it, just within a few seconds, you were able to get it open, and you can hear like
I
it's
like, and
unlocked.
he just like pushes on the door, like sort of half pretends to fall in, like, hey, why did it open?
It opens just like about a quarter of a way. When it kind of like stops, and you can hear like a thud, and he's just
Oh.
no, don't come in, please. I'll be out in just a moment.
I take it.
No.
Okay, that's fine. And she tries to like push it open more.
You go to like push it more, and you can hear like it sounds like something is scraping. And you kind of go to look in, and it
you have nudie Max in here.
the
She's
one of like a kind of like a dresser, if you will, but small, was in kind of fell over in front of the door, and
do we
there's
do that?
no, this was already
Yeah.
happened. And it looks there's not a lot of stuff in this room to say it looks messy, but you do see him with just a decent size scrape against his arm. There is a little bit of blood. It's not heavily bleeding, but he's like staring at it, and he's like trying to hold it with his hand as he kind of just looks as you guys open. He's it's what do you got? And like tries to hide, and he's like, is everything okay?
And he just looks at him, looks at the arm, looks at him.
What if Luro just has a split personality?
That's
That'd
what I
be
was gonna say
awesome.
earlier. I was like, no, but then it's conjecture, and we don't know that.
And he just looks at him. Okay, what's that about?
Nothing. I
mean,
just,
nothing. What do you think I am? A fucking 2-year-old child?
I just scratched myself. That's all.
Yeah, right. And I fell on my forehead, and that's why there's a thing on the door, in front of the door.
So can I,
that's-
as a invisible, still just be like, yeah, I heard the other voice. Are you good?
There was no other voice here. I don't-
100% another voice. Like, dude,
I
it's cool.
He just shakes his head back and forth.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah,
I mean, I
sure.
don't need the inside.
Is
He
the
just
other
fucking
I don't
voice
think you
in the
need the
room with you
inside
right
check
Hold on.
that.
It's a 16.
Is the other voice
You're-
in the room with you right now?
You rolled
You
a
I mean,
20.
I am, because you know he's lying. I'll fucking use my thing to make him roll lower because fuck you. That's why. -3.
And I'll use
Oh,
my
-3.
last flash of genius for the day, because I'm out.
So 19 versus whatever Luro rolled -3. Right? Or no, 20.
20.
He rolled a
20
nat
minus-
20. He rolled a nat
So
20.
no, I
No
just want to
way.
say this. So you rolled a 16. He rolled a 19, and all you did was switch places.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So he was very good at, like, you were almost like
Yeah, but like
Like,
he's
you-
doing that-
for a
giving him the
split-
stink eye.
for a moment you're like I like your mind was like, again, very quick, like, was I just like very sleepy, like misunderstood something or whatever? But then it's just like, just something connects and you're just, no, I know for a fact I fucking heard something in here.
This furball's gaslighting me. No. That was a joke. I don't say that. Look, Laura,
that would have been funny.
we're here to help you. If we can't help you if you don't want to help yourself, we feel like you're in a tough situation right now, and like you need a good support system, and we're here for that, to be that if you need us to be.
He
And
as
he just,
he's like
starts like shoving out the dress a little bit further. What the fuck's up with the dress here? Get the fuck out of my life.
as he's facing, like, kind of like towards the window that's open, he's just as you can hear as he starts to cry, he's just, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lie, please don't hurt me, I
No,
didn't-
apparently the people who you're like lying for are hurting you. Also, did they fucking go out of the window? Okay, the answer is yes. I just like scoot into the room and I look at the window and I just shout, like I just look outside, and then I just say, wherever you, like I just say in a normal voice, don't shout. I'm just like, stop harassing him, or else. And then I close the window. So that felt good.
I don't know why. I just think
His-
it's so funny.
Yeah.
as you
It's actually funny.
A-
I shoot the window like fuck off.
as you
Some guys
like
walking
it
by. What?
damn
Yeah,
it.
fuck you too.
There
Is this
was
what cyberbullying is?
there was a guy who just got done like talking shit to somebody. He's like, the fuck.
Yeah, fuck
He's-
you, dude.
He started it.
Fuck you, dude.
yeah, as- You turn around and you can just see just a little bit of on his forearm, just really dark and brown fur, and he's just crying. He's just I
I just
don't
say
know.
it's okay, and as I say it's okay, the okay part is me healing in fate.
I thought you were gonna
As-
say calm emotions.
No, I don't have.
As it does heal, and you can see just a lot of the hairs kind of like go back to where it was, and he's just like really shaking, and it's the amount of blood to you guys, it's like this looks like a scraped knee type deal, especially with you guys ever in combat and stuff, but he seems terrified
Shocked.
what he sees,
Like it's the first time ever he gets hurt. Mm.
and so he's just really shaking. He's just what do you want me to do?
I want you to come clean about what's going on here. Like what, like, just tell us. I mean, like, and if you want to, like, we could just sleep with us, and this person can't hurt you. And if they try to hurt you, we'll just fuck them up
Yeah.
again. And obviously, the person who you're like been. I don't know what you consider them, if this is part of your family or not. Whoever they are, obviously they hurt you when you don't do what they want. But we haven't been to hurt you, and we never will, because we have no reason to. Even when we had all the we had all the reasons to, but we didn't.
Make a persuasion check, Clarence.
Dang it.
there. I can't say it. Just
It's okay. It's okay.
Don't
That's
suck.
20 again.
It's or suck.
You're out of Flash of Geniuses.
Yeah, I'm out of Flash of Geniuses. That's all I got, man.
so. Elise, he does tell you though, and it's just, I just was trying to not let somebody get hurt. Is all.
Didn't
I look
you
at
get
him.
hurt?
I look at him and then I look at Clarence. And I point at Clarence, him.
Yes.
As I said, like I'm not a 2-year-old. Yeah, I figured.
Wait, what? You mean there were my assassins were in there?
I think the person who is after you in some way, yeah.
Oh,
So Lero, just tell me what is. Do you need Clarence to go out of the room so you can talk to me in private?
Okay, so now you can make a persuasion check.
I mean, I'm not that much better than Clarence, but no, 6. This is the time to roll. This is the time to
Wow.
roll shit. I love it.
Actually worse.
I just want to. He
Okay,
just
I can
kind
see
of like
this is-
he just like lifts his arm to you as he knows that you healed him, but he doesn't know it. He's clearly frightened
bet-
by what he sees.
I just pat him on the arm. It's okay. This happens. You should have seen him, and I point over to Clarence, like he was like dying and bleeding from multiple places and being crushed by things, and he's fine.
yeah,
He'll be okay.
twice.
He'll be okay. And if needed, I can do more.
Hey, I'll give y'all some, you know, like what's that called, like alone time or whatever. Like I know you're not as comfortable with me as you are with her, but from what I'm understanding, you just kind of saved my life, and I just want to let you know I appreciate that. Okay?
He just looks down at kind of like at his arm and stuff. Plus the fact he doesn't know where to look.
And then as I leave, I'm gonna pat Elise on the arm and cast Enhance ability, and then I'll be like, "Take care of him if you need me. I'll probably be up for at least 10 minutes. I gotta poop." And then I'll go
Okay.
lay down in my. Well, I'll go use the change.
I gotta
How did you
poop,
not
and then I
announce
go
poop
I
in
go lay down.
In Garbu's bed. No.
So what I'm gonna do as when he leaves, I'm just gonna close
How did
the
this
door, I'm gonna-
happen?
You see Garbo
gonna
already beat you to it.
I'm gonna like lift up the dresser
Ah.
and put the dresser back in its place. I know what makes you more comfortable. And she's just like, dog or cat, you can choose.
I'm okay.
At least like takes out a dice and rolls. Dog it is. And she turns into this like I don't know, like what kind of dog should we turn into? What's a fun dog? What kind of
Inu?
dog? No, it would probably just be like I think they don't
Dachshund?
breed they don't breed dogs like mad here, so I think it's just a small version of a wolf essentially. And then she just goes
Oh.
like, okay, as she's
Get out
sitting
here,
there,
Bella.
looking at him. Like,
Husky.
I mean, if you want to pet me, you can pet me. I know it's a bit, it's weird, but whatever makes you comfortable right now.
It almost seems as though he's as much of a animal lover as you know he is. It almost like he's concentrating on like just like his arm and just like you could still as a like even a dog you can sense like this like heavy almost anxiety-ish if you will coming off of him.
I mean, I think dogs can smell that even, right?
I mean they're trained
Yeah,
to you know
They can
as
smell cancer in your butt.
Yeah, but I mean, like dogs, don't dogs like sort of like
What?
smell this?
They
Whatever.
can
Anyway,
smell colon cancer by sniffing
I think
butts or something like
I think
that.
I can also just mentally figure it out because I have all my mental stats. But
Ye- Yeah, dogs have, because they're trained as mental health companions, to sense if like somebody's about to like pass out or stuff like that. So yeah, you can sense that he is like really shook about just, it's almost more about just what he sees than what happened.
Yeah, I think Elise is gonna sigh internally. It's gonna like, "Oh, okay, fine." And then she like nuzzles the arm and she just says, "It's gonna be fine. We all get hurt sometimes. The only thing is that whatever's going on, the people you considered family aren't. Are they really your family? If they would hurt you like this? And I don't know who who or what it is, but if they hurt you again, you just shout for help and we'll come and help you." It's as simple as that. And like all those wounds, I can make them disappear. Always.
Go ahead and roll me another persuasion check.
Tante, let me roll. Just like he was holding my hand down.
No.
Believe.
Yeah, he's trying to
Like,
he's
this
trying to
is my
save you.
hand.
You don't need to do this, Father. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Hey.
Natural 20, 24.
Very
Hey.
nice.
Hey.
Hey.
There we go. We turned around. The rolls go the other way.
Hey, baby.
That's okay.
Thank goodness for enhanceability.
So
Yeah, otherwise it would have still been a 21.
so you say some of this, and how long do you stay in there by curiosity?
I mean, I can stay whatever. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, my rest is like half the time for everyone else. So
I will say for you would have already done your, well, you know what? We'll say it now. That's fine.
yeah, sure.
So anyways, a a decent amount of time has passed and he seems to have calmed down. You were just kind of more there, no conversations happening. You're just there trying to get him to relax, and of course, if said person ever comes back, and you hear him mumble something as he kind of like tries to like fall asleep, just leaning against the wall, actually against the bed. I'll tell you it in just a moment.
Okay.
So, everybody gets a long rest.
Do I get one despite the whole?
Yes.
You went back
'Cause
to
it's-
sleep. You were
it's
probably
like-
awake like 10 minutes.
Stuff like this is like, unless I say differently, it's like a very brief encounter, 30 minutes or less.
Okay.
And that's still enough time to just go back to sleep. So, yeah, everybody gets a long rest.
In the middle of the night and it lasts 30 minutes. You don't stay up the rest of the night, right?
It's like you
But
got up, answer a
more
phone
normal.
call, and then went back to sleep.
Do you want me to answer that one?
I would say
I
hate-
normally rather
Yeah.
than like while stressed out or anything.
I hate
The last 4 months straight. Yeah.
So let me change our calendar as we are now on the 47th. It seems as the clouds are slowly letting up.
Hey, there's a bit of sun today.
But was there anything specific that you guys go and do or talk about?
Hey, don't forget to disguise as the old man.
Oh.
And then I guess we're heading back to the northern side of town.
Mm-hmm.
Can I
Who's
disguise
get
self?
all the-
Can I disguise self as the old man with a mustache?
Sure.
I already have one.
He
Okay.
added one to his persona.
I'm going to be the old man without the mustache.
Got the beard going, no mustache.
Captain Ahab, baby.
You can see that Laura has taken kind of like very faint pieces of cloth and is like wrapped it around his arm almost, and he's just a little bit traumatized, if you will, and just kind of like hold using his other arm to kind of hide the arm that got cut, even though it's kind of covered by the very thin like cloth, and he's just walking with you guys, head down, just as you guys walk.
Would would I would I notice that?
I mean, you could probably have noticed like a slight different change, but I would almost say it's very slight, as he does tend to be a little bit more quiet in the back of the group.
Mm.
Since again, he just started recently traveling with you guys.
You alright, kid? Seem quieter.
Do you need help carrying any of your stuff?
When you ask the question at Aeth, he just shakes his head up and down, even though you can't see it. Garber, when you ask that, he just shakes his head side to side.
My insight check the answer to 8th's question.
Sure.
27.
I couldn't see what he was doing.
I mean, you can tell that something's
It's
different.
not alright. Yeah. It sounds like somebody's upset as well. In real life.
Yeah, I'm ticked.
Well, I meant child in the background.
I knew what you meant.
I know those sounds of upsetness.
You've heard it.
But yeah.
Well,
I
guess we're gonna find that hot air balloon of whatever it is.
It's a holder of bees, I thought.
No, it's an unknown entity that we don't know what it is.
Yeah, but the people said it looked like a holder of bees.
Yeah, but the people say whatever. Like they could say it's a fucking skyship flying through the woods, and that would be the same result.
What if it's a holder of wasps? I feel
We're
like that'd
walking
be
and talking.
worse.
As soon as we get
Yeah,
out of the town, I'm dropping. Well, get it a little bit away, dropping that mask in many faces.
Yeah, so you guys are out of the town, just a little bit into the woods.
I drop the disguise.
So I guess we just make our way to the northwest, sort of following roughly the path that we can see in the tree line. Sort of see if they start like narrowing down to like one point, or like sort of
Who,
condensing.
who's the
We-
best at survival, which I think is what is used for tracking trails? Who's the best at tracking trails?
I have a +8.
Well, at least do you want to try and head this up and follow the trail?
I mean, sure. If it's
I'll
survival,
guide
it is.
you, or I'll enhance your abilities if you can guide yourself, I guess.
Sure.
I'll enhance her
Something in my
ability.
fucking eye.
I had that earlier. I don't know what, it just
It's-
would not
it's
get
like
out.
fucking sand. It's like fucking sand in my eye.
No wonder Anakin
Yeah.
hated sand.
Back off.
All right. Well, as you guys go about and starting to look, why don't you go ahead and just roll a survival, and then we'll keep that for tomorrow or next time.
20. And I'll guide myself.
And you
Guide myself. D4. 20.
21.
One. And then I need to roll D. Okay, uneven again. Okay, let's go.
All right.
Hi, fella.
So you guys start your journey, trying to see tracking a lot of the broken foliage that's up there. We'll check back in next time. So,
Why are you crying?
other than that,
Oh, you're
thank you
tired.
everybody for
Aw.
coming out and joining us. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful night, and we'll catch you later. Bye.